Here comes Denis Leary. Here comes some woman, another woman, and another guy. Is that the guy? Oh, might be one of his. Yeah, that might be one of the guys from his band. Yeah, that's one of his guys from his band.
What?
Yeah, I recognize it. That's it. That's the guy from his band.
Oh, is that who that is?
I know that guy from your band.
Oh, yeah.
That's the guy
is.
from your band.
Hey.
What's up, brother?
Sorry about the Celtics.
How are you?
It was a good run, though. How mad are you that...
Good run. We're going to be fine. Next year, we're going to be even better.
No, you're not. You got an old team. What are you talking about?
Down here with Chris from the holding pen.
Yeah.
Hello. There's a guy who works for you who's on a computer. You know, he's on Amazon buying stuff as we're walking in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so paying attention to the show.
Who was it?
I mean, I guess
Five
it's
monitors in their room. He's just buying. Yeah,
He's just buying stuff.
What's he buying?
he was looking. It looked like he was looking at Under Armour T-shirts. I should be a cop.
You really should.
What did he look like?
I didn't really look at him. I got a glance at him.
Okay.
Again, I'm not Columbo. I could be.
Your Celtics aren't going to be good next year. You got a very old team. The Knicks are going to be better than the Celtics next year, so let's start right there.
Fat Mello, the other kid. No, we're old. We just drafted two 15-year-olds. Okay? Yeah, we're old.
You going to go with the youth movement?
Yeah, we're going
Finally?
with the youth movement. And we got Kevin Garnett coming back.
Yeah, well...
Hey, now which version of the show is this? Is this the version we can swear on?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Great.
We only have one version these
Fucking
days.
A.
It's easier that way.
Oh, I like the one version.
It's easier that way.
Okay, cool.
Can I
used to get
start
in
by
trouble.
saying you were amazing in Spider-Man, sir? Big star.
I can't believe you guys saw it already.
I saw it last week.
Jim, I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it.
I'm
No,
not
I
going
mean,
to fucking see it either.
I was away. They have screenings, but I wasn't here when the screening happened.
I went last Wednesday or Thursday.
Was it 3D?
The 3D
great.
is even better when the Avatar 3D
Listen,
came out.
I shouldn't even say this shit because I'm in the movie, but
Yeah.
I didn't see it until I didn't see the final thing till the L.A. premiere last week.
Right.
But I knew it from in front of my eyes when we were doing it. But Garfield is fantastic, man. As is Emma.
Right.
He's just a great Spider-Man.
Emma
Yeah.
is a daughter in
Dark.
the
I
movie.
like that dark, moody Spider-Man.
Yeah. I thought the first one with what's his name there?
Toby?
Fucking Tobey Maguire.
Yes.
That was like pretty good.
Yep.
For the time, especially.
For the times, yeah.
Yeah. But now I didn't see it yet.
Oh, my God, it's great.
But because
haven't
I didn't go to
seen
the
it either.
screening.
Why didn't you go to the screening?
I didn't fucking go to the screening.
Why?
When was the screening?
It was last week.
All right, let me tell you why. It was probably a really nice day, and I went
Liar.
out to Long Island to
No,
go
he's
on
not
my
lying.
pool.
He's telling you the truth. He'd rather hang out at his pool
You
than
were
see your movie.
at your pool firing guns into the
Guns
water to,
into
see,
the- yeah.
to see how deep bullets go.
Yeah, they don't
Even
go
though
very
you're
deep.
almost 50.
They don't go very deep. Almost.
You've tried that? You've tried the
No,
bullets in the
I
pool
saw it
yet?
on MythBusters. Apparently, it doesn't go very deep.
Dennis, but
What?
I just want to get back to the 3D thing
Oh, okay.
because on this show we bitch about 3D because they have to shove it
Usually
in
it
your
sucks.
face.
I know.
But they don't do that with Spider-Man.
Well, you know what I don't like is when they do the 3D, and they're still doing it, because in the Avengers they did something where they throw shit at the screen.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Like, you know what?
And it has nothing to do with the movie, really. Just
It's
it's
just
like,
oh,
look
wow.
here, 3D
You don't
shit.
really need that.
I like it better when it's just, it's 3D.
just part of the movie.
But we're not going to throw tables and hammers and...
Is the Avengers 3D too? I haven't been to a movie in a
in
while.
the Avengers, like every person has a thing that they can throw at the camera in 3D. Like Thor throws his hammer.
Wow.
Jeremy Renner is some guy that shoots arrows, and he shoots arrows into the. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, guys, come on.
Yeah.
You
What the
know?
hell is it?
Do you have?
So-
Are they showing this on the IMAX? Is
Yeah.
Spider-Man on the IMAX? I'd like to
Yeah.
see that.
The 3D feels like the screen is like 10 feet in front of you.
I would like to
I like
see
the
that.
3D.
What kind of cameras do they use? How was that setup like?
3D cameras.
Oh, that's a wonderful question.
I don't want to get
Where's this
technical,
guy?
but it's 3D cameras.
They're polarized. They have a guy
Can we leave him
snapping 30.
outside?
I mean, I'm not talking brand name.
You know what's
How
weird?
many lenses?
The cameras are small.
God.
The cameras are really small. They're like two of these water
bottles.
But there's a camera here, and then there's a camera pointing down at that camera. And I mean, I don't know the technical wherewithal, but the rig is huge. So if I'm talking to Jim and we're doing a close up on me, the rig behind Jim's head is literally,
Really giant.
and it's got a mirror on it. So when you're looking at Jim, you're seeing a reflection of yourself upside down. It's
Holy
really bizarre.
shit.
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
It's really
Yeah.
bizarre.
That's how they film it.
Yeah.
Oh,
They'll
So you
get
have
that
to-
shit.
you have
They'll
to
get
get
that
used
shit
to it.
smaller eventually.
eventually, sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's got to be distracting.
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
They haven't mastered the 3D TV yet. That's next. They got to
You know,
get the 3D TV.
you know what I heard from a guy recently is that the newest 3D TVs are great, but of course there's nothing to watch except if you get 3D movies.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd love to watch like boxing, hockey, UFC,
That'd be great.
all that
Amazing.
stuff in 3D. It'd
Right.
be great.
We got a great UFC match this weekend.
Who is it? Lenny Clark versus.
Yeah, everybody.
Got Anderson Silva.
Yes.
Oh
so
yeah,
the
right,
Chelsea.
right.
It's gonna be an amazing one. But anyway,
Yeah, all those sports got to be in 3D at some point.
Yeah, at some point,
Sure
sports.
will.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on.
start there, right?
Yep. Let's go.
How does
Let's
it
go.
feel to be in the big blockbuster movie, Dennis Leary?
I'm tired.
You're tired?
I've
a lot
been
of press,
flying
right?
all over the place. I got 4 days off now. Then I got to go back and do a second round because I also have Ice Age coming
I
out
know, next week.
Yeah.
a week from
Show up.
Friday, I
this
think.
Friday.
Yeah,
I
right?
know.
Yeah.
So
Ice Age
Those
4.
movies tend to do
which is why,
pretty
by
good.
the way,
Yeah, they break even.
yeah, exactly. That's why Chris and I decided to release the song now. Not only because it's a 4th of July feel, because it's about kind of being an American, but
To cash
just
in on the
figured it all.
publicity
Yeah,
vote.
all this
Of course.
publicity, just throw it out there now. You know?
Yeah,
Kiss
yeah.
My Ass song.
Kiss
Yeah.
my ass.
It's on
It's on
Funny or
everyone's
Die
lips
today.
now.
Yeah,
Yes,
sure
it is. You guys played it yet?
We did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's it seems a little unpatriotic there, Dennis.
And the language is a bit
I
salty.
I think it's very
I
patriotic.
think it's making sport of Americans.
Really?
Yeah, we don't go for the salty talk. No need for that kind of language.
Oh my
We are
goodness.
celebrating everything American in that song.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
You know, I can't.
It's very patriotic.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's all the stuff we got.
Yeah.
Was it fun
Giant
making that
SUVs.
video?
Actually, it was.
was,
Those guys
huh?
are great, man. The
Funny
Funny
Guy?
Guys. I mean,
Yeah.
they're unbelievable.
So
can't-
one day it was like that.
Yeah, because you know they don't use big budgets. So guy
Yeah.
comes in, this kid Brian Rasberg, it was great, and you know I'm always concerned about time. Like let's do as much as we can in as little amount of time as we have. The guy came in, we shot the band performance in about 6 hours, drove uptown to a hotel, and he put up green screens and shot the green screen thing, and we were done in like 12 hours.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's great.
You know?
Man.
Oh, you actually made it
Exactly.
specifically for them.
Yeah. No, yeah, we made it for them.
So you're not in that wacky little room? You're green screened?
We were green screened in, we did, the last time I did something for them was out in L.A. at their little crazy Funny or Die comedy shed, which is like a green screened,
Yeah.
like tool shed, basically. But this time we shot it in New York because most of the band lives here and timing wise it worked out. But they're fast, man.
So you
know?
weren't with the band at that in that video?
Yeah.
Oh, then what's the green screen for?
For the part
living
where I'm
room.
sitting watching the 3D TV.
Oh, I got you. Okay, yeah.
Are you all right today?
I am so good.
I mean, you seem fucked up.
Dennis, is fucking Monday.
I know it's Monday.
And the closer we get to 4th of July, the more.
I mean, he's
the
looking at
weekend
me and
is-
he's like, "So you weren't in the room with the band?
All right, look.
You weren't." Now wait
You
a minute.
said
puppet.
you
You
said
green screened all of Spider-Man. Have you met Emma Stone? Where are you now?
You said green screen.
Do you have a gun? You
I
want to shoot
wanted
it into some water?
does
What
have a
the
gun.
fuck is going on with you?
You said green screen. I wanted to know if you were in there with the band because you said like the band did their part in 6 hours. So I was
When I say
assuming
the band, I
did it.
mean me too. I'm in the band.
I assumed the band
he's
did
the
it,
singer of the band.
and then they green screened
Hey,
Mr. Important.
by the
didn't
way, can we-
because he couldn't be with the fucking band.
Can we
'cause he's
talk
always
about?
thinking time.
Can we talk about the horn section in my band?
Sure can.
Is that not the
girls?
the
Yeah,
hottest?
the girls.
It's,
The horns
it's
were
the
amazing
only
in that
all chick
song.
horn
The
section.
horny horns.
Really?
In-
the horny
The
horns.
horny horns.
The horny horns.
Beautiful.
Well, we could have called them that.
You could have.
No, well,
it's
no,
pretty good.
actually, I think there is a horny horn.
Anyways, they
Oh,
are. They're
damn it.
fucking great. Those girls, man.
Yeah.
and they
Play
can
their
really
part
play
perfectly.
Are
can
they
really-
real?
Yeah,
Or are
they're
they
real.
CGI?
They're real musicians.
I thought you were green screened and they were CGI.
Would it matter to you?
No, not at all.
If the
The
attractive
legs were all
horn players-
CGI'd later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah,
you?
they're playing though. That's great.
Yeah, they're
really good.
fantastic,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
If you ever see us live, those girls are unbelievable. So
It's hard to
basically-
get. They're always on the road.
I know, they're always
very
working.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, let me just get this straight.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Basically, your life is like in here.
Yeah.
Jim's funny. Okay, he's basically running the show. Every once in a while, you get involved,
I
but really,
chime in.
all the fucking time you're thinking about pool, bullets, guns,
Yeah.
booze,
Booze.
Girls.
tits,
Pussy.
Girls.
ass,
Tits
yeah.
and ass. It's a
That's
great
you-
gift.
Guns.
That's why you have
Beers.
this distant look in your eye.
Occasionally, I do just kind of. I'll drift off.
Occasionally,
Well, as the week progresses, I get a little more, into what I'm doing here. But Monday,
Monday's a throwaway day.
oh, please, what am I doing?
I saw your movie. See, I did my homework.
I know.
I did my homework.
I know.
Emma Stone is fucking good to look at.
Yeah,
Dennis
she's
Leary.
great.
lovely.
Yeah, she's
Holy
good.
shit.
Opie made a great observation about Emma Stone.
She's a great actress too, man.
Yes.
So
Yes,
is, and
she
he's
is.
a great actor. They're going to be
She's
around
dating
for a long
Spider-Man.
time. She's dating Spider-Man.
Oh, really?
The observation is simple that Emma Stone's getting all of Lindsay Lohan's roles.
It should have been
Same
her.
broad.
Wow.
But Lindsay
Should have
Lohan
been.
is all banged up. They're the same age, though.
I know it's
How's
hard.
that
It's hard to
possible?
believe, right?
Man.
She fucked up her career, that Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
Not her. Blame the parents.
Yeah.
Parent thing?
Come on, man. That's so easy to blame. You know.
Yeah, it's not like they're hidden secret parents. We
Yeah,
know
I
what
know,
pieces
right?
of shit they are.
Right. It's not like I wonder what her dad's like. Let's check the prison records.
Yeah,
he's out right now.
Sally
Yeah,
Field was good.
Yeah, she's
And it
great.
looks like she didn't get-
Can I tell you something?
Yeah,
Sally Field, you know, once we started doing the press for this thing, like the other night in L.A., she was there. And I mean, I don't even know how old she is, but I said to somebody, Reese, the bad guy, she was introduced and brought out on the stage, and we were standing backstage, and as she's walking on stage, I went, you know what? I'd date her right now.
Oh,
She
yeah?
looks unbelievable.
Really?
Funny, smart. Sally Field.
Is she nice?
Unbelievably nice. And hot.
And no face work, really, right?
No, nothing.
Her neck's a little rough. She's got to, like, push the neck back.
She's,
Well, if we're being honest here.
70 years old.
That's not bad.
All
Okay.
Yes, was
Yeah,
making
and you
it
know
too.
what? All five of us look fucking great.
Hey, my neck is still hanging in there, though.
Your neck is hanging in there?
Hanging in there.
Really?
Yeah, it's hanging in
Okay,
there.
so let me ask you this.
I've been told I look a lot younger than I am.
Jim?
Dennis Leary's very aggressive today.
How often do you look at your fucking neck in the
Today.
morning to see how it looks?
Oh, man.
If you, I am obsessed with it because it's the one part of me that I think is going to go first. When I lotion, I
I can't
use.
fucking believe you guys look at your neck.
You got
Listen,
to lotion up the neck there.
When I use lotion,
Lotion
I
up the
always,
neck,
I
is
always
that
lotion
code?
my neck as well. Always. 'Cause I
Really?
want my neck to be young and youthful. I want a youthful neck.
You think that works?
Nothing gets a pussy wetter than a youthful neck.
Youthful neck.
Dennis is protecting people, but I did say in the show that Sally Field is hot.
Yeah,
I came
she
in here
is.
the next day and said, "Holy
But
fuck,
then you,
Sally
but,
Field is
you took
hot."
a left turn into talking
Yeah.
about your neck and how great your neck is.
I didn't say
Now,
it was great. I said it's hanging in
Can
there.
I ask you something?
I'm saying it's
Isn't
hanging
your
in there.
wife like 25 years younger than you?
No, not 25.
Okay, how many?
18.
All right, so
What's wrong with that?
20 years younger
Nothing.
than you. Does she ever say, "Oh, honey, your neck looks so great"? When's the last time your 18-year younger wife mentioned your fucking neck?
You didn't notice the neck.
You listen, guys.
You didn't notice the neck.
You know, listen.
You
The
didn't
neck,
notice the neck?
He's
the
not a
neck
neck
is
man.
the neck is what females worry about, not us.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not worried about my neck. I was worried about
worry
her
about
neck.
your fucking fastball. worried about her neck. You mentioned your neck. I have a great neck. You said.
I worry about my neck a lot.
And Jesus, worries about his
Yeah.
neck.
I don't.
Fucking guys.
I don't know.
Don't attack me. I saw your movie, Dennis Leary, and I thought it was terrific.
I
want to have a youthful neck.
You know,
I've never
guys.
considered
You've
the
got a
neck.
great neck.
Thank you. I've been
You
told
have a
it's
good
younger
neck, Dennis
looking.
Leary. See?
I'm not even going to talk about my fucking neck. I'm not going to talk about my neck.
Let me ask
all
you
that
this.
shape?
Yes.
Martin Sheen. Holy fuck, is he good in everything he plays?
Isn't he unbelievable?
And a nice neck.
Nice
Yeah,
neck.
yeah.
Nice guy, too, right?
Yeah.
Great guy.
He seems like he's a down-to-earth,
Let me
blue-collar
tell you
type
something.
of guy.
We're supposed to get him in to promote Spider-Man.
Really?
No?
Oh,
You're the only one.
We want to
Dennis,
interview
you're the only
Martin
one
Sheen
from
so
Spider-Man.
fucking
Let
badly.
me tell you something. I did a movie with him called Monument Ave years ago that Ted Demme directed, and he played. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but
Yeah.
in it he plays the cop that's investigating these murders up in Boston. And then there's a twist. It required. I mean, he was great in the movie, and it requires, a turn, and it's on camera in front of me when he makes it. So of course we hired him because he's Martin Sheen.
Yeah.
I got to tell you something. Working with that guy, it was so scary
Really?
how good an actor he was. And I knew he was good, but in front of me when I was doing it, I was so intimidated by him as an actor. But he's got a great evil side that he's in.
Yeah.
Now we know him as he played the American president on television and everything. But the guy is. You ever see the movie Badlands?
It's a great movie.
Yeah, which with him and Sissy Spacek, which is a true story about a serial murderer.
I never saw that.
Yeah, well, you got to
I missed that one?
It's not on Netflix yet, but if you, I think you can get it on DVD. No, it's from '72.
Oh.
It's him and Warren Oates and Sissy Spacek, based on a
Warren
true
Oates.
story.
Oh, God, we got to check
And
that out.
I'll tell you something. You watch that movie, the performance he gives in that movie, and you just go like, this guy, there's evil in this man.
I think he's going places, this kid.
He's in real life, he's the nicest guy in the world, but man, what a great fucking actor.
Yeah.
He's the nicest celebrity I've ever met. When him and Emilio came in,
Emilio's pretty nice, man.
But Martin Sheen is so warm.
Yeah.
Like he makes you. He has an
Right?
amazing vibe to him. Yeah, he's really. You just
Unlike
you wanna
Dennis
just sit
Leary,
with
he's
him.
very aggressive when you're around him.
Did I come in aggressive? I thought I just came in as myself. What the fuck's with you guys?
He started pounding on your Celtics the second you walked in, so
Well, 'cause I got the
you
Knicks
put him
thing.
on the
Let me
defense.
tell you
Oh,
something.
let me ask you
no,
one
it's not
thing.
defensive. Let me tell you something. You got to win Game 6 at home, and that game we
was
weren't
so
even in
fun.
that game, and it was over then. It's like, and listen, I know we are old, but that game just said
I'm
that
mad.
had old written all over it. We
Yeah.
just did not show up.
Well, did you see
you
all
can't
the
go back.
Nets?
And I wanted LeBron to win after that. At that point, I was
Why
like,
do you want LeBron to win if you're a basketball
why do you not
fan?
want? Why? What's your problem with LeBron?
Because I like hating him.
You just
Well,
like
see,
hating
don't
him.
you,
Don't
are
you
a
like-
selfish motherfucker.
You don't
you are into your own fucking hate and revenge.
You don't
Hey,
hate
listen,
sports stars. There's got to be. Who do you hate in sports?
The New York Yankees. But I love hate
entire
them.
That's my
Yankees.
LeBron
But I
James.
love hate them. You can't have the Red Sox.
I love
and-
hate LeBron
Right.
James. But now
you
I feel
need
like
to hate the Yankees to feel
I wanted
better about
LeBron to get
the
his
Red Sox.
championship ring.
You
and get
really
it
did,
over
huh?
with. Yeah.
Just
and
get it
I
over with?
I like Dwayne Wade, so
Dwayne Wade's he's a fine.
now you can hate him and keep him from getting his second ring.
No, it doesn't matter though as much. It was kind of fun that he.
You
wasn't-
have weak hate.
but he,
You have weak
It was
hate.
fun that he was having a tough time getting that ring.
Strong neck, weak hate.
Yeah, well after
Not a strong neck. I said it's just hanging.
after
in
the
there.
Sox won the series, that was pretty much it for the whole, Curse
Yeah,
of the
see, that
Bambino,
sucked, too, when the
1918
Sox
shit.
finally won.
It kind of ruined it
Same
for
shit.
Yankees fans. Yeah, you
I
can't
know.
really keep hating as
I
much.
know.
It doesn't matter
You don't
as
have
much.
that big good
I know.
comeback anymore. You know?
I know. I know the
19,
feeling.
18, yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun.
I know. It's over.
Hey,
It is over.
Were you in that helicopter in Spider-Man? Or
Yes,
that
I
scene-
was. Here was my deal with that. And actually,
There's
you
some
know-
good helicopter scenes with Dennis Leary for the people that haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
for the people who haven't seen it.
Spoiler.
My kids obviously, like anybody's kids, don't think I'm cool. That stopped. As soon as they hit the teenage years, the whole cool thing went out the window.
That's
They
crazy.
Don't make jokes in front of my friends. Don't, drop me off 2 blocks from school, pick me up 2 blocks from school. So the first time I got to be cool again was when they found out I was doing the movie, and they love Emma Stone, they love Andrew Garfield. They came to the set. They got to meet them, and it was also the day I was doing some of my helicopter stunts. On the way home that night, my daughter goes, "Dad, that was so cool. You were
Wow.
so cool jumping in that helicopter." And I'm like, "Wow, major points."
Did that last the drive home? Or
Yeah, by the time we got home, I was like,
You're
"Let me
an
out of the car
asshole.
first." Yeah.
yeah, you're
So,
terrible.
but you know what? They thought the other night I flew them out to L.A. with me, and they brought their friends, and
Wow, that's pretty
and
good.
they thought I was really cool on the red carpet
That's-
because
that's
you know,
awesome.
Yeah,
You know.
You should, when they don't think you're cool, you should be like, yeah. What do you think the guy who's the plumber, his daughter thinks of him?
Same
You know,
thing.
it's a
different
Same
bring
thing.
your
It
kids
doesn't
to work
matter.
It's all the
I
same
know.
shit,
Do you
right?
remember that age? It's like there's that thing when you're a teenager until like 22 or 23 when you don't think your dad or your mom is cool, and then around
you come back.
25 you come back.
Come back
right?
around, yeah.
So I got him a little earlier with
But
the
you're
how
Dennis
old are
Leary.
they? It doesn't matter. to them.
Doesn't
It's
matter.
more embarrassing.
Oh
You know?
God!
So-
Because everybody knows.
I know.
Like, oh, everybody knows him. Ew.
Do you ever
It makes me wonder. Like, did Stella McCartney think her dad was uncool? Of course,
Paul
right?
McCartney, for God's
So
sake,
Mick
yeah.
Jagger's daughter's like, "Dad, drop me off 2 blocks from." That's so weird. You know,
Stop singing that song.
Dad, stop moving like that. Don't dance at the party, Dad.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
Were you on any of the tall buildings, or was that all CGI?
No, we did. It was a mixture. So we did, the bridge work and the tall buildings work. It's like a little bit of tall building and tall bridge work, and then you do a lot of green screen. But we did very little pure green screen in this.
Do you do any stunts like because Cruz did his own things on
Right,
the
listen.
Burj Khalifa Tower?
I did a lot of shit on Rescue Me that I never should have done, that I did because there was a bunch of firefighters around who were my friends, and they were like,
showing
"Yeah,
off.
it's simple. You do this, and then you do this."
You were showing off.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't even
What's the
showing
matter,
off.
pussy? Can't do it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right.
right.
So
Yeah.
on this one, I was like, I'm looking at the script. I'm going to do this and this and this and this and this, and I'm thinking, Andrew was doing a lot of his own shit. He's young. So the guy comes in one day, Vic and Andy Armstrong, great stunt coordinators. And you saw the movie, a lot of that shit where Andrew's really swinging, and like the thing, I don't know if you remember the scene where he takes off. The first time I come after him with all the guys, and he's swinging under the bridge.
Yeah, of course.
That was shot here uptown. up in Harlem, and that's really him and
Hanging?
and the stunt guy bouncing off the side of the truck, falling off the truck. That's all real. That's not CGI stuff.
Holy shit.
So Vic and Andy Armstrong, who were famous stunt coordinators, designed a lot of shit that they rehearsed forever in L.A. before we shot it in New York, where Andrew did a lot of it himself and his stunt double, like actual climbing and bouncing off shit and all that stuff.
Wow.
That's so crazy. I'm like, fuck, man, this kid's like,
I got to do something.
6, and he's like, I got to do something. And then they come in with this harness one day, and I trust these guys, the Armstrong brothers. They're like, I said, what's that? They said, this is your rappelling harness. We're going to have you, because you started the helicopter work already, so we're going to have you rappel. By the way, I remember that word from Rescue Me when they say rappel. And I'm like, I know what that means. That means flying out backwards down a thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're going to have you rappel from the helicopter. I'm like, how far? He's like, well, as far as you can go. Like 4 stories. I'm like, I'm not doing fucking 4 stories. I did it on Rescue Me where you have your legs on a building and you bounce off.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not doing 4 stories. What about 3? Nah. So we go to L.A. for something. We're out there shooting, and he comes in again, and he's like, hey, how about that high? And he points to the side of the soundstage, and I go, you know what I'm doing? Here's what I'm doing, okay? I'm in the helicopter. Keith, my double, rappels as high as you want. 18 stories, right? He lands with his back to the camera. I do the fake land, unhook myself, turn around, and walk over to Spider-Man, which is what I did.
And you can't tell.
I went from here to here, which is what you see in the movie.
Basically, you're on your tippy toes.
You know, in
is
the
what
movie,
he just showed us.
You see Spider-Man in the foreground. That's me in the background.
Let me ask you this then: your stunt double obviously looks very much like you.
Oh, Keith's the best, man. I used him on 7 Years of Rescue Me.
You can't tell.
Wow.
You can't tell at all.
I'm at the point with Keith where I'm like, Keith, it says in the script, vigorous walking. That's going to be it. Okay?
Now you use him in real life. He's in the car with the kids.
Exactly.
He drops him off at
I got him.
school.
Keith, it's snowing outside. Let's go. Get the shovel. Yeah, he's great. And you know what? I'm 54 years old, man, and I've done a lot of crazy shit, but I ain't doing it anymore. And Tom Cruise, they said that. You know, Tom does everything. I'm like, get Tom, put a blonde wig on him and a SWAT vest, and have him rappel out of the helicopter. I'm not doing it.
Why didn't you want? Are you scared of falling, or is it just a lot of work to rappel?
I'm old, man, and I've done on Rescue Me. I did some crazy shit that I'm sure it looks great on camera. I know it looked great when we were putting it together, but like you know, I've lived a crazy life. I did a lot of crazy shit, and I still play hockey. So
That's
my thing is like I've already
You don't
done.
want to blow out a knee or anything.
I hung around with Lenny Clark for 30 years. You know how
Love
crazy
Lenny.
that is? I mean, and I'm alive. So I just feel
We
like,
love
hey,
Lenny.
stunt guys are great.
I
And
asked
I'm
you-
telling you right now, I have no problem saying that Keith, my stunt guy, I don't know, how many times I could say that guy makes me look like a hero, and he gets paid for it. So rather than have him sitting over there going, look pretty good, Dennis, I'd rather be sitting there going, Keith, fantastic, go higher, go higher.
Try one more. One more.
Make me look good.
So
But I ask all this because the CGI in this movie, you can't tell. It's amazing.
yeah, there's
It
I mean,
really
I gotta
is.
say, the director wanted to do as little as he could, and Andrew was trained as a gymnast, so he did a lot of stuff. And again, same like in the fight scene with me. I won't give anything away, but there's one scene where when I rappel out of when Keith rappels out of the helicopter, and then I unhook myself.
Yes.
Like he did a lot of that stuff himself, but he's 26. I'm old enough to be his old man, and I'm not doing it anymore.
And I want to talk about the fight scenes for a second now, too.
Yes.
Because for a while in movies, they went with that extreme close-up fight shit. Where
which
it's
I
a lot
like.
of...
I like
It
in
was
the Bourne
okay, but
movies.
it's
That stuff can be great.
It's overplayed now, and they don't have that in this movie.
Yeah, that's true. I
It's
like a lot of
overplayed.
it.
You can really see the fights in this movie. It's
Yeah.
cool.
I like when the fights are pretty realistic because real fights
Yeah.
are messy.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sick of movie fights.
It's not,
you know?
and it usually isn't like knockdown, drag out.
No, it isn't. It's biting, falling, kicking, grabbing, hitting each other with crap that you find. That's why there's I think it's the middle or the third Bourne movie with Matt Damon where they did a lot of close fight work and they kept the camera and didn't cut a lot.
Right.
Also, that movie Haywire, did you see that? With
did not.
With that girl who's
she was in here too,
yeah,
Gina.
and there's a lot of fights in that movie where it's really her and they don't cut.
Is that a good
And-
movie?
You know what? It's a pretty good movie, man. He shot it in like 30 days in Dublin.
I gotta watch
and she was good.
Do you
I gotta
see
say.
everything, or do you try to see everything? Seems like you see a lot of movies.
I see a lot of movies. I rarely see ones that I'm in unless I produce them or something. So, but this one I had to go because the kids were.
Why don't you want to see yourself after you
Because
film
if
this thing?
I know it's hard to explain, but like on Rescue Me
really.
or on a movie that I produce or that I'm involved with, I can have a different head. So when I look at it, I'm not thinking about me and my performance and what I could have done better. I have a responsibility as a producer and/or a writer to go.
At the whole project,
the scene's working, but vanity and ego take over for me. Even when I watched Spider-Man the other night, I'm going, I could have done that better.
Oh, shit.
Really?
Yeah, and also 3D, I'm going like, oh my God, look at my nose! Oh my God, look at my phone! You know, so that's just human nature. I think there's something wrong when you have an actor friend and he's like, hey, I'm having a screening at my house of my new TV show, and you go, and the guy's like, pretty good, huh?
Check me out.
You're like, dude, what the fuck? You know, that's like, you should be the other direction. Like, I think I could do it better. How many times, that's happened to me a lot, where I don't go anymore. Guys go like, hey, I'm having a screening of my new TV pilot. And you're like, I'm not going.
No.
With all your friends and your relatives.
Yeah.
Aren't I great?
It's embarrassing.
Look how good I am.
Wait, you talk through that. Let me rewind.
Yeah, let me rewind. Watch what I do here.
Watch this. It's hilarious.
Fuck you, man.
I hate watching myself.
Right. That's the way to feel.
So does the audience.
Hey.
Oh,
wait
that
a
wasn't
minute.
nice.
That's
Oh,
not nice.
Right in front of
Jimmy.
Dennis
Oh,
Leary.
we're having
Cheap
fun.
shot, man. Cheap shot.
He's right.
Jimmy.
He's completely right.
Back to Spider-Man. One-armed guy in real life has 2 arms.
Yes.
How the fuck do they do that?
You know what they do?
They erase it.
It's
in
this
every
I got to
scene.
tell you, because I was wondering how good it was going to look.
Yeah.
He walks around with different levels of a green screen glove on his hand and his arm, and every scene that he's acting in. And so, you're walking around all day, and he's smoking on the set with the green arm and everything, going like, I wonder how good this is going to look. And I spent a lot of time staring at it at the premiere the other night. I couldn't find any flaws.
No, it's unbelievable. Because I've seen him in other movies.
Yeah.
He has 2 arms.
Now they have to pop the background in behind him after that.
It's unbelievable, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't even know how they do it.
That'd be rough because
That's why
it's almost like he would be green screened into every shot because they need the background.
Yeah.
But I guess they have to go in and paint each frame or something.
Oof, wow.
It's crazy.
Brutal.
And it looked terrific.
They must have a computer that does
Yeah,
that.
motion capture, all that
sure.
shit.
Somebody
yeah.
still has to do it, though, right?
Right. Somebody's got to do it.
But when you
Painting
have
each individual frame. Though.
yeah, when they have those big budgets, I don't think.
I got a dumb
Nah.
technical question. Why did they
What?
pick green for green screening?
It used to be blue. I think with blue.
It's not a color found in a lot of natural tones in your body. That's why.
This conversation
They
is
found a
riveting.
Blue.
It was
what?
10 seconds, Dennis Leary. I want to learn
I
something.
was curious.
Blue.
They used to use blue.
Yeah.
See, your guy said they used
That's
to.
right.
It's blue isn't bad if you're doing models and stuff like that, but for people, green is much better.
It's a weird green too. It's not an army green. It's a weird. It's like it's almost like a Celtics type of
Like
green.
neon green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would key out quite nicely, that shirt.
Stupid.
I'm fascinated with green screen.
We
If you
even
notice
use
from the
green
beginning of
screen
this
in the
appearance
video.
tonight,
That
when
would key out
all
quite
I talked
nicely.
about was green screening and necks.
Fucking guy.
Green screening and necks. That's what
Unbelievable.
this is going to fucking
What kind,
come down
what
as.
kind of fucking bullshit is this? We'll talk about the song.
What's your issue with
There was
Dennis
green
Leary?
screening in the video.
I love Dennis.
Kiss my ass.
That's how he
Funny or Die,
started.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass. It's pretty much telling everybody in the world, hey, look, we're American. We got our
We're
foibles,
American.
but kiss my ass.
Yeah,
That's it
exactly
in a
right.
nutshell.
Yeah.
Right,
There you
exactly.
go.
We're Americans. We like to eat. We like to
Watch
drive
TV
big
and-
trucks,
Yeah.
watch 3D TV, and
Suck up gasoline.
yeah,
Right.
do whatever the fuck we want. You know why? Because we're America.
Right.
What do you
know?
think of Obamacare? Speaking of America,
Here's what I think about Obamacare. I think that obviously with, what is it? 1 or 2 out of every 3 people being, massively overweight, which of course leads to early onset diabetes, blah, blah, blah. We have to do something about healthcare in this country. We have to. Nobody wants to admit it. Everybody's pissed off. I don't want, to be taken care of by the government. But you know what? We got to do something because we end up paying for it anyways,
Yeah.
When the fat guy or the sick person decides eventually, oh, something's wrong with me, and they don't have health coverage, and they go into the hospital or the emergency room, who pays for it? We do. It comes right out of our pockets. So I'd like to have a system where we're not paying as much to take care of people who don't want to take care of themselves.
Let's
like
buy
a little more.
America a salad.
Let's buy America a salad.
That's the B side of the.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the B-side.
The B side.
You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. So I don't know if it's exactly the right thing, but something's got to be
I
done.
think preventative, more
unbelievable.
preventative care would be good.
boy.
But there are a bunch of overweight people that just really. It's like,
Holy
what are you doing?
shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
And you don't see it a lot in New York, but when you go to Times Square or anywhere in that
man.
area and you have to do some business during the day and you look at people and you go,
The tourists?
what the fuck is going on with these
Yeah.
people?
Most New Yorkers are not fat. fat because they're walking.
I know, but it's just unbelievable how big people are. You forget.
What do you think of the mayor's? He wants to ban the big soft drinks. Isn't that stupid though?
Yep.
Totally,
Totally agree.
It's stupid,
Well,
right?
you're talking to the wrong guy.
It's a
I think we should be
dictatorship.
able to smoke where we used to be able to smoke, which I still do. I don't care.
You still smoke?
I smoke everywhere, man. I light up everywhere. I literally light up
Hospitals.
everywhere. I smoked in a
I
hospital
love that when
on
the doctor
Rescue Me.
used to, I love that
I
when the
smoke
doctors,
everywhere.
though, used to smoke in movies in the
Oh, yeah.
hospital. They're like,
Yeah, right.
well, let's take a look at your chart. You're doing quite well. Ashes are going on the guy's bed.
Where have you been told you couldn't
Fantastic.
smoke?
Peter Falk taught me a thing years ago. I was doing a movie with him, and he lit up in some place that he wasn't supposed to smoke. We were on set, and I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm going to get at least 5 or 6 puffs in before they tell me to put it out." And I was like, "Oh yeah." So you light up in a hospital. First of all, you get an extra 10 seconds in a hospital because they can't believe they look 3 times like that's not really. Is he really? That can't be. So you've already got 2 puffs in before they start walking towards you, and even if they yell, "Hey, what do you think you're doing?" You go, "Did you?" Yeah, what? So you can get away with a lot.
Sure.
You know?
Oh, there's no smoking in here?
And I don't think the key to curing fat people's problems is 32-ounce sodas at the movies.
No.
You know? I mean, that's not it. It's when they go
Entire
home.
lifestyle
Right.
issue.
There's
yeah.
other problems in New York before you have to worry
Yeah,
about
really.
fucking
man.
soft
You know?
drinks.
Really. you know?
It took me. I was telling Amp. I went and played golf Friday. 2.5 hours to get back into the city where I live. 2.5 fucking hours. There's a major commuting problem in this fucking city. But he would rather go after this easy shit.
Well,
Two and a
he
half
thinks he's
hours?
going after
I
the
was
commuting
out of my
problem.
mind.
What
That's
time
the
of the
thing.
day was this?
It was, I mean, it was Friday at 5. But I was going the other way, Dennis.
There is no other way on Friday at 5.
I was going the other way. I was coming back
You got
in.
the traffic from
Here's
the
what
people
I
that turned around and said, fuck this traffic.
Here's what I love.
Yeah.
Here's what I love.
I decided not to lie. I was going to lie because I
Yeah.
knew where you were going. I'm like, fuck, I'm fucked
I love
here.
the fact that he fucks up and it's the mayor's fault. God damn the mayor! I'm stuck in traffic at 5 o'clock on a Friday in New York.
2.5
Pinnacle
hours
of the
though.
free world, New York City.
know what?
I'm stuck
Hold
in
on.
traffic.
Everyone's
It's 5
leaving the
o'clock.
city on a
5
Friday.
o'clock on Friday. There's no
They're
good way.
leaving.
No.
I'm not
You
coming
could
back
fly
in.
in a fucking helicopter on Friday and it would take 3 hours.
Still going to hit helicopter traffic.
It's helicopter traffic.
I don't know why they call it rush hour. No one's going anywhere.
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
There you go.
As soon as Dennis asked me what time, I panicked. I'm like,
I knew it. I knew there was a real reason behind it.
Is that a bad one?
Double guns.
Shouldn't have been playing golf on Friday.
I
Yeah,
shouldn't
what
be
are you
playing
doing?
golf at all. I suck right now.
Golf sucks.
Horrible. You're
Golf.
not a golf guy? You're
I used to like golf. I had to give it up.
But hockey guys like golf
I
usually.
know, but you know, I had my own tournament. I had a charity tournament, but the last time I played was like
Place
5
the
years ago. The last time I had the tournament. Let's face it. I love doing the tournament because that's just a good time.
Fun, right?
But I can't fucking play it anymore. I
Nah.
can't master it.
What broke?
That's just-
What broke you? Like what made you? I remember when you. No. I mean, what broke making you famous? I remember you were doing.
Oh, I thought you
What
meant about
broke me
golf.
famous?
No, what made you? Because I remember when I was younger, watching you do the CTV. I want Cindy TV
the
on
im-
MTV. It was like a big
Yes,
image spot. Was that the one that actually?
Here's
put
what
you
happened.
The image spots from that.
Remote
Right.
control. I go to remote control. Actually, it goes like this. College. I was in the Emerson Comedy Workshop. We did some stuff for the, in the theater, but we did stuff for the TV station. The guy who ran the TV station in my class was Doug Herzog. Doug Herzog leaves. We graduate. He goes, I'm starting this new network that runs music videos 24 hours a day. We all go, you're fucking crazy. Within 5 years, he goes, I got a show called Remote Control with Ober and Quinn. Quinn and Ober say, we got Leary, Sandler, and Mike Armstrong, and John Tenike. These are all guys from the Comedy Workshop. I go there. I start doing characters on that. Ted Demi's doing Yo MTV Raps. It takes off. I met Ted at Remote Control.
Wow.
Doug says to Ted, what do you want to do? I had just done No Cure for Cancer, which was running off Broadway. Ted goes, I want to take Dennis and just go out to Roosevelt Island and shoot these crazy fucking spots. And that's how it broke.
Those were the image spots with Cindy Crawford.
Yeah, so the spots broke when No Cure for Cancer broke, and it all kind of happened at once.
So you never struggled. Son of a
Never
bitch.
struggled.
Son
Never
of a
struggled.
So you never worked an honest day in your life. So
Never worked on but I'd like to say that struggling includes, which I consider real struggle, having to see Lenny Clark quite often in his underwear or completely naked in his house, like half a block from my house,
I'd
going
rather
like,
be a
Lenny,
roofer."
Lenny, calm down, calm down.
calm down, Lenny.
Calm down,
You're
you're
not
sweating.
outside.
You're sweating a lot.
no one's here to get you.
I love Lenny Clark.
So,
he hasn't been on the show in a while.
really?
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
I don't know.
We're going to have to figure it out.
Yeah.
He's hanging out at his place.
He's down to his
barbecuing.
original weight. He's like $1.90 now.
And he kept it.
He kept it
Yeah.
off.
It's
to
amazing.
his credit.
He must be working out like an animal. He's addicted.
He
right?
works out like a fucking animal. He
So-
rides his bike like 2 hours in the morning. Then he goes to the gym and works out. And
What a complete change.
I know.
He hangs by his knees and does upside down
Yeah. Oh, he
sit-ups.
does-
and
no,
stuff. It's
that's
crazy.
impossible.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He really
got
could do that,
stuck.
too,
There are
huh?
movies of
We
him
were in
doing it,
California. He got stuck. He went to the Muscle Beach at Venice, and my son went with him because my son hadn't witnessed the upside down.
Yeah.
Upside down Lenny.
Lenny, and he took the gravity boots and he hooks himself on the monkey bars there, and he got stuck. And Jack had gone to get something to eat, and there was nobody around, and he was stuck, and he thought he was going to die, and I was like, that would have been great if you died that way, just hanging there, because there would have been pictures. Somebody would have taken a picture of you, like Mussolini. You know what I mean?
How did he finally get out of it?
Somebody came along and went, "You need help?" And he's like, "Yes, please," and they lifted him up. You know?
They don't really make those gravity boots anymore.
No, he saved
They're-
them from the Richard Gere days.
I'm not even joking. They're kind of like illegal or something.
Really?
Why
I
are they
see him
illegal? Because you
advertised.
can
I don't
die.
remember anymore. It was
Because that situation,
Someone at the gym told me.
How many
'cause-
crunches was he doing?
Oh, a lot. He's
Really?
crazy.
I hate crunches.
He's insane.
Obviously.
I'm with you, brother.
Crunches.
I'm trying to think what else I'm supposed to ask you about Spider-Man, but I mean the movie's going to kill.
The movie's going to kill. Ice Age comes out on the 13th, which is hopefully also going to kill. It's great for the kids, great for the family. Kiss My Ass on Funny or Die as of right now. The video and the song available on iTunes right now.
That's right.
And really debuts tomorrow, but it's on iTunes right now if you want to sneak in and get it.
Hey, and coming up in December or October, the book.
Oh shit!
Christmas book. Merry Fucking Christmas.
Merry Fucking Christmas song we turned into a kids book.
Wow.
Which
A
comes
kids
out
book?
comes
Yeah,
out at
yeah.
Christmas time. Yeah, and it benefits the Leary Firefighters Foundation.
Is the word fuck
believe
in it?
that.
Because if
Yeah, it's Merry Fucking
Well,
Christmas.
you know what? I'm not
Right-
bringing that
right
home
there
to
at
my
the top.
son. I'm sorry.
Why
My son's
not?
too. He can't see
That's a
that.
good bedside
But it's
reading.
for
No,
you.
no, I'm sorry.
It's for you.
Tuck 'em in
It's
and-
for grown-up kids. It's for him when he's sitting by the pool in the wintertime
Yeah.
going, why is it frozen?
What the fuck? This
I
sucks.
keep firing bullets into it. Nothing's
No
happening.
matter how high I turn my heater up.
Last time I saw you, you were telling me, or you showed me a video of you and James Bond.
Oh, yeah.
Shooting guns
Shooting
that
guns
actually
at-
scared James Bond.
At the range. Yeah, we were shooting a 50
I call him
cal.
James Bond because I
Yeah.
love him.
Which James
Yeah.
Bond?
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig.
Daniel
I just
Craig.
love him.
Shooting
Daniel
a
Craig
50
hung out
cal,
hung out
Barrett.
with Ant for a while.
Barrett
day.
Did you
Yeah.
see James Bond and the girl with the dragon tattoo?
I haven't seen that one yet either. Look at me.
God, he
I
was
suck.
great in that.
I know.
Me neither. Guy's a great
That's what
I
actor.
haven't
hear.
seen those.
I gotta see
Oh my
that.
God, he's fantastic in that
see
movie.
that.
I suck.
That's a
see
chick
that.
flick.
I saw the first Planet of the Apes, and that.
Yeah,
you know.
that was the
Did
last
you see
movie
the
I
new
saw.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes?
I liked
Yeah,
it.
that
It was
pretty
great.
good.
I
that.
liked it.
Yep.
Great.
You think they're gonna do another one?
Yeah,
or what?
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They should.
They're doing it right now.
I liked their angle on that.
Thank
It was
Dennis.
kind of a throwaway movie too.
Why, is
Thank
it time
Dennis
for us to
the-
go?
Wait, no, thank Dennis for the Firefighters Fund.
Oh.
My dad's a volunteer fireman in
That's right.
Manette, Virginia.
Very good.
Oh, look at that. They're run.
Hey, where are you at with stand-up? Do you have time at this point?
No, I don't have time right now. So the next gig scheduled for me is Comics Come Home 19. Wow, I can't believe
Holy
it.
shit.
In Boston, November,
19
I think.
already?
Yeah, November 15th or something like that.
I want to go this year. I haven't been in a while.
Yeah, man, that's
haven't
a great
done one
gig.
It's great.
Many
Yeah, you
years.
should.
Jim does it.
No, I know. I
comes
used to
and
go up there all
kills.
the
I've
time.
done too.
Yeah, I love that gig.
That is a fun thing.
I know, man.
Went to the one probably 17 years ago or something.
You know, man, I'll tell you, it was sad this year because it was, Patrice was hanging on when we did it, and so we didn't want to bum the audience out, but we also wanted to get people. We knew they knew. We wanted to get people to send out good vibes. So that was weird, you know, because he did that so many times in so many different iterations and of his act, and just crushed
time.
in the crowd.
Yeah.
He took, it's Patrice, and
Yep.
that was a bizarre night because it was all of us were thinking the same thing, and you went through it, so it was tough, man.
There's
it was
no
really
one,
tough.
No one can replace that guy. It's
No.
there are
One
some
of a
people,
kind.
unfortunately, there are some people, you can't replace anybody,
Yeah.
but there's some people that are like, he kind of fits into the slot
He
there.
fits the
you know?
mold,
Meh.
right.
Yeah.
Not him.
No one.
No.
Not him.
one. I mean, we have discussions on this show about certain things that you just know, God, we need Patrice here for that.
And I still can't listen to his voice to this day. I still haven't.
I haven't listened to any of the bits.
I haven't listened to
since
his
then.
new album that everyone's
Yeah.
saying is great.
I haven't either. I can't.
I can't do
Let me
it.
tell you, man, that guy, he was like, I remember a night, I can't remember which Comics Come Home it was, but It was around 2004. I think it was right after the Red Sox won that time, or maybe it was 2007. But it was a big Red Sox time, right? The Red Sox had just won another championship, or the first one. And he comes up. I hadn't seen him yet. I saw him backstage. Hadn't seen him in his stage clothes. He comes walking up, and he's got a Yankee hat on, right? Which is like a silver and blue one, and his silver and blue outfit. So the other guy's on, and I go, "What the fuck?" And he goes, "What?" I go, "You know they're going to boo you when he walks out." He goes, "Yeah, I know." So I said, "What are you going to do?" He goes, "I'll deal with it." So, of course, I go out. They know halfway through his intro who it is. He comes out. They're going nuts, and they see the hat, and they start booing. 8,000 people booing, right? And they boo longer than they normally would because they probably figure in their heads, like, he's going to make us pay for this. And he does, like, 5 minutes about, fuck you. I'm wearing a Yankee thing because it matches my socks. And he just goes off the deep end. And the next thing you know, he's got him eaten out of the palm of his hand and fucking gets a standing ovation when he finishes.
That's balls.
But he did it on purpose.
Yeah, I know. That's balls to do it on purpose like that.
So, I mean,
he's the only one that could get away with wearing a Yankee hat like that and actually having the people turn around.
Because he legitimately wasn't afraid of the audience. Like, he legitimately didn't give a fuck if they booed him or not. Like, he was, and people can sense when that's real.
Yeah.
And with him, it was absolutely real.
Yeah, he wanted them to.
Yeah.
It was more enjoyable for him that night.
You can see he was having a great time, and it's infectious, you know.
You know, this guy's been talking a lot. Who is he?
This is Chris Phillips. He's been here before.
He's joking, Dennis, but they don't know out there.
Okay,
He's in
Chris
your band.
Phillips.
He's been with you
I never got
forever.
introduced.
He is my co-writer.
But he wasn't introduced today. That's all I'm saying.
On all
Just
the
sort of walked
songs that
in.
we do.
Right.
He co-wrote the Asshole song. He co-wrote all our
guys go way
music.
back.
Go
we
way
were
back.
at Emerson at the Comedy Workshop.
That's
and all
right.
that together.
You're another Emerson guy?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
The core of my band, Adam and Chris and myself.
Adam,
and
the other guitarist.
Right, Adam's brother, Charlie, to a certain extent. We have been together since the Comedy Workshop at Emerson, which was 1976. So it's
So you guys know each
How
other
many
since
years
you're
is that?
18 or whatever?
Wow.
36 years.
What year did you
lot of
start
years.
performing? What year did you start performing?
I started in the Extinction Agency at Emerson in 75, but the Comedy Workshop started in 76, which was me, Mario Cantone,
Oh, wow.
Lauren Dombrowski, Chris, Adam, Eddie Brill, who works at Letterman now.
Steve Wright
Not
did
in
a
the
couple of
70s.
things.
Eddie
Stephen
Brill
Wright.
wasn't around in the 70s.
Yeah, Stephen Wright.
He was in black and white back then.
We finally had Stephen Wright come in.
We've had him on a couple
really?
times.
He was awesome.
Oh, yeah, he is.
And I
He's
think
unbelievable.
I think he had a good time,
Oh,
too.
he did. He had a great time.
He was
a lot of
awesome.
fun, man.
You know, it's unbelievable that he's starting to get a little more outgoing as we get older.
Yeah.
Because you know, he would just perform and disappear. That's what he would do for years.
I thought it was kind of part of his act until I met him. Like, okay.
No,
That's Stephen Wright.
Let me tell you something. You know Stephen's famous joke about he decided to listen to a record that teaches you how to speak Chinese, but he fell asleep and the record skipped, so now he can speak. He stutters in Chinese.
Yeah.
He lived around the corner from me for years with these two guys named the Ball Brothers, who were also involved with the Comedy Workshop. They used to have these big parties, so it was a 3-bedroom apartment, but it was pretty big. I was there one night at a party. Steven's there at the beginning, and there's all these hot chicks, and then Steven disappears, and like 3 hours later, I go, "Where's Steve?" I go, "Let's go find him." We go open the door to his room, and there's like 100 people in his apartment partying. He's in his bed with his headphones on, big old ass 70s headphones, listening to records. And we're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, this is a record that teaches you how to speak French." Come on. 12 o'clock on a Friday night.
Come on. What the fuck?
That's really what he was like.
Yeah.
Was he
Yeah.
finished with the
Growing up?
party? Yeah, that's okay.
I mean, no more so than anybody else at that time. You know, in the late
pot
70s.
use.
Yeah, exactly.
He just
Your
was he was a very
recreational.
shy guy, but he was fucking twisted and
So
funny
unique.
as shit.
You were
So
performing in
unique.
the early 80s? For some reason, I thought you started like late 80s. I don't know why.
No. I started in after we graduated. We kept the Comedy Workshop as a comedy group for a little bit. Lauren and Mario Cantone immediately went over to start doing Lenny's open mic night at the Ding Ho. I went over and saw Lenny and went, "Well, fuck, if Lenny can do it, I can do it." So I started going up 1980. And I kept bombing, and Lenny kept going, keep coming. So I kept coming, and eventually Mario and Lauren broke up because they were driving each other fucking crazy. And Lauren became a solo stand-up as well. I was dating Lauren at the time, and then we had a horrible, nasty breakup. But I stuck with it because I fucking was doing Lenny's show. Lenny Clark actually was the biggest influence on me besides Pryor and Carlin stand-up wise.
Wow.
Really?
I just
Why?
Because of the I loved Pryor and Carlin when I realized I had this angry smoking guy from this character from the Bill and Bob sketches in the Emerson Comedy Workshop, which always went over big. It was like one of the many characters we would all play. And the Bill and Bob angry smoking guys always was big. So when I started to do stand-up, Lenny kept making me come back, and I'd come back, and eventually I found that voice again. And also, Lenny was like a street guy, a working class guy. So when I watched him just go up and like start talking about anything that was in the news, I was like, fuck, I can do it. And he kept telling me to come back. He would just put me on. So eventually, I mean, I really owe him for that, but he was a big influence on me because he was like, you can talk about anything, kid, just get the fuck up there and do it. And he's like, smoke on stage, go ahead. I'm like, fuck. I mean, when you're starting stand up, it's so intimidating that it's hard to see, you know, the windows and the doors. But because of him, I kept getting up on stage, and eventually, you know, he did.
I can only imagine you're also trying to do something you've seen. Like, it's probably very hard to be yourself when you first start.
But he was truly himself.
Yeah.
So when I realized, like, Lenny off stage and Lenny on stage, it was the same guy, just exaggerated. I was like, oh, okay, got it. You know, like that meant a lot to me. You know?
Yeah.
Every comic says either Pryor or Carlin.
You wish you had a better. For me, it's those guys and Woody in the '60s. Yeah. I wish I had a better answer. I wish I could say Jake Johansson or something so original.
I don't even know who the third guy would be that I hear a lot. I always hear Carlin and Pryor.
Lenny Bruce,
Cosby probably makes it. Yeah.
Or
listen, man, I don't know how many times people have said it. I know Louis C.K. said it recently, but if you haven't seen Cosby in a long time, do yourself a favor if you go see him live. Fucking guy is he was always great. He's still fucking great.
Really?
Now, I like Pryor better because I like that edgier, like, you know, that was my thing. But Bill Cosby is just a master, a fucking master.
Pryor said all the stuff that Cosby probably wishes he could have said on stage. But I saw Cosby recently at the Borgata. I've never seen him live. Yeah. And I met him here once briefly, and I was like, I got to see this guy live. And he was awesome. I mean, he probably did an hour and a half, and the first 15, 20 minutes was slow because you could see he was working on something, but he didn't give a fuck. Like, I've never seen anybody own the space like that. Yeah. He was just... It was about 1,000 people. I mean, perfect silence while he was working. Like, and I mean, like when you needed silence, like not during the punchline.
Not during the punchline. You don't want that silence.
No, but I mean, while he was
working on stuff.
While he was crafting through this character stuff, it was just he had them, and and when he wanted to get a laugh, it was effortless. Like you could see, like as a comic, you could see, like, okay. Now he's trying because he wants to make sure that the show goes well. Effortless.
And he does a lot of shit about, like, he's up to date. He talks about being a grandfather and getting old and and the grandkids bugging the shit out of him. And, I mean, it's great, man.
He's going to be 75 July 12th.
Is he really?
Just looked him up, Wow. July 12th, Bill Cosby, 75.
He was, when I met him here, Ron Bennington was interviewing him, and there was a technical problem. So this guy walks me in and he goes, hey, Bill, Jim's a comic too, which I felt bad because Ron was there. But literally, the guy just introduced me. And so fucking Cosby started asking me questions about stand-up. He's like, what made you want to do it? How long you been doing? Like, he just basically interviewed me on why I became a comic. What are your influences? It was a really weird, but he was genuinely listening and interested to hear the answers.
He wasn't just being polite.
No, why would? Because he was asking me questions, which was bizarre. He had no idea what it was. It was just a very odd.
That's kind of cool.
It was an insight into his mind, maybe. That's probably why he's so good at what he does, because he listens. Like, he really fucking listens.
You know what's weird too? If you go back and watch the old I Spy television series. Guy's a fucking brilliant actor.
Really?
I mean, that part's not really Bill Cosby. It's like a cool, secret, agent guy.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, God, I haven't seen those in years.
Yeah, man, I tell you, I love Robert Culp, and I forgot about him and went back and watched him. I think it's on Netflix or Apple TV. And Cosby's great.
I've never seen the I Spies.
Oh man, they're good. They're good.
I never saw them.
They're funny and they're great TV shows. I think they won the Emmy a couple times, and Cosby won one or was nominated for one as a dramatic actor.
Wow. What was he in? Let's Do It Again, and was he in Uptown Saturday Night too with Portier? He was in both of them, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's a long career, man. That's a Hall of Fame career right there.
But I mean, from the '60s.
That ain't no Spider-Man bullshit. That's a real career.
You're calling it Spider-Man bullshit.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. I mean, that's like when you talk about guys like him. He was around with Pryor and Carlin doing the Ed Sullivan Show, and he's still working. He just saw him at the Borgata.
Like, you're
that's
modest.
Long haul.
You pop up in things where it's like, holy. You don't even realize Dennis is in some stuff. You're like, holy shit, that's right, The Sandlot.
That's right. Sandlot.
Jesus Christ.
Sandlot.
What a fucking loved movie that is.
I know.
That movie is just
Baseball.
fucking like everyone loves that movie.
Baseball, man.
Yeah.
Every
Baseball,
kid watches
just fucking that whole innocence thing, and just everybody kind of went through that shit as a kid.
But I have to say, you know what my favorite thing is, and I'm not bullshitting. Jim knows this. Chris knows it definitely. Is my favorite thing is still to do is Comics Come Home, because I get to. I'm raising money for charity, but for the Neely Foundation. But really, I get to see a bunch of guys that I love. As the host, I have to introduce them and stand by the side of the stage in case whenever they're ready to come up. And I get to see like 10 great comics, work with my band, and and it's a huge gig.
Yeah.
So you're watching like guys that you admire as comedians kill with like 8,000 people in the room. I love that
people,
gig.
yeah.
It's because you don't get enough of that in show business. There's always a camera. There's always some kind of technical bullshit.
Not in my career. There's not.
You were just on TV over the weekend, Jeff.
It's me holding a camera pointing. Can I have a photo with you?
Why don't they televise it anymore?
Because
I
years
used
ago,
to love that.
we used to put it on Comedy Central, but the problem is that the cameras always get in the way. No matter, I mean, it's slightly different now because the cameras are smaller, so they always get in the way. They make the live gig longer by a couple of hours. And I found that when it wasn't televised, two things happen. One, of course, the gig itself becomes just a 2-3 hour gig live, and two, when people found out they could only see the show if they bought the tickets to be in the room, we made more money for the charity. And so every year we sell out, and it's built on the fact that if you're not in the room that night, you don't see the show. We may do something different for the 20th anniversary, which is next year.
Oh, you should.
For a celebration. But once we did that, when we got rid of television, it was, and the comedians, the other thing is, I don't want the comedians to feel like, oh, I got to sign off 5 or 10 minutes
I'm
of my
burning
act.
material.
Yeah, I
right?
want to burn material. I want the and I think the comedians love the fact they come in, they raise the money, the fucking crowd goes nuts, and you have a great time. And guess what? The material's protected.
Yeah.
What was the who was on the first one that you guys did?
Oh God, I don't
Jon
know.
Stewart. I think
Yeah, Stewart was there for the first couple. I forget.
Okay.
Everybody
Wow,
has
that
done
is a
that
while
show
ago.
at one point or another.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby, Woody Allen. It was a long time.
I would love to get Cosby one year, man. That would be wild.
Yeah.
You know?
How easy is it
Huge.
to do animations?
What do you mean?
Just doing the voices, is that the easiest gig in Hollywood?
It's the easiest gig. Let me tell you, I'm doing it right now.
That's it.
This is it. I have to stand up. Okay, so it's a little harder. You come in, you look like whatever the fuck you want to look like. You go, okay, and sometimes you just improvise. On Ice Age, sometimes you just come in and improvise. It's like, so you want me to just stand here and make up funny shit in the Tiger voice and get paid $1 million? Yeah, I think I can do it. I think I can do it.
I'm in.
Chris Rock did a funny bit on the Emmys or the Oscars or something this
Oh,
year. about
right.
it.
Yeah,
And
that's why I'm
I
asking
laughed
you
my
about it.
balls off because I was like, that's the
That's
gig.
true, right?
That's it.
So talking to this thing, all right, got it.
How many days work?
They're a little harder now because of the 3D. Because you have to, you can improvise to a certain point, and then at a certain point it has to stop. And that with the 3D and the focus market stuff, they'll test it first, and then you'll go in and play with some more stuff. So
they don't want to film the 3D stuff unless they know it's going to work.
Exactly. So it takes a little longer, but not much.
Wow.
Not much. So
They're not fucking around in Hollywood anymore. Huh?
No.
I heard
The
Murphy
focus
can
groups.
knock out a movie in a day. They said Murphy can knock out an animation movie in a.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They said he's the master at doing those.
Wow.
One take, Eddie.
Yeah, like those whatever the Shreks or whatever it is he does. That he's just.
Well, you know what they
fucking good
do,
at that.
and on Ice Age they do, and I'm sure they do on the Shrek ones. Like we start with Leguizamo, he comes in and improvs his way around the idea of what the movie's going to be. Then they bring in me and Ray to react off of him, and then they start to whittle it down, like and make it. So I'm sure on Shrek they just bring Eddie in, and he goes crazy, and they go, okay, that's great. Let's bring the other guys in.
Yeah.
He's a good improver, Leguizamo. I don't know much about
Yeah,
him. I've
he's
seen
good.
some of his one-man shows.
He's brilliant.
He's a talented actor.
We
Brilliant
had him
guy.
on once.
He's a brilliant guy,
Liked him a
man.
lot.
Oh, really?
If you ever seen his one-man shows, they're just...
You weren't here that day?
No,
He was great.
Where were you?
I was probably on the road doing a gig.
His
or
one-man
something.
shows are great. I've seen
Yeah,
a
he's
few of them.
fantastic. Talented
Really
guy.
good.
Ice Age is all due to him, man. It's
Ice
like
Age 4.
we're the straight men for him.
Wow.
And there's
You
not
know?
much of a script in the end?
No, they come in with a script, but John gets to take it
Whatever he wants.
to whatever level he
Who
wants.
does he play? I've never seen
He's
them.
Sid the Sloth.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's
And-
the star of it, right?
Yeah, he's the main guy, the main comedy guy, and then we react around him.
Yeah.
You know, it's me, him, and Ray Romano.
Right.
The first one, Ray was pretty much like the the story was pretty much about him, right?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
The woolly mammoth.
We changed that.
Fuck that shit.
We changed that.
Jennifer Lopez is my love interest in this one.
Did you do scenes with her or no? It was all
No. I'm sure that's in her contract. Yeah, I'll do it, but I'm not being in the same room as Leary ever.
Don't they have to have you guys together to ever like have natural dialogue like we're
No,
having?
it depends on the schedule, you know.
You never saw her.
I didn't see her during
Wow.
this. My schedule was insane. Hers was insane. I'm sure even if hers wasn't insane, she would not be in the same room with
Yeah, I
me.
actually do voiceovers for a living.
He
and
does.
With cartoons, it's always individual. Rarely do you get the whole cast
Same
together.
room, yeah.
It's
Yeah, what's
I heard they did
you get
that
a better performance if
with
you-
that fantastic Mr. Fox movie, which was great. They had everybody in somebody's backyard with microphones and recorded the whole cast all at the same time doing the basic
that's great.
read-through.
Yeah, they did that with Rango, I guess, with Johnny Depp.
I didn't see Rango.
Yeah, they
Is
did
it
that
good?
with him. I didn't see it either, but I saw a little short documentary
I
on
can't
it.
believe
sitting around the backyard.
that us sitting around like this is actually a radio show.
I know, right? What the
It's
fuck
not,
is it?
yeah.
It's been this way for 17, 18 years.
Hard to believe.
Just sitting
Way too
around
long. Since
bullshitting.
'94
Wow.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
in Spider-Man.
Oh,
I was
no,
surprised.
I knew about it. But
Well,
that-
of course you knew.
But I got to say, it doesn't mean anything.
Why?
I don't know. They told me that. I'm like, guys, what do you mean? They're like, listen, anything can happen.
Oh,
you know?
right, true.
So I had to sign up for everything, and I was like, listen, I'm totally open. Whatever you guys want to do,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, it's up to you. I mean, I liked
Thanks,
it.
Soap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie yet. And,
Hey, you had a chance to go. Fuck you.
He's actually blaming me for him giving me a spoiler before the movie even comes out.
But you had a chance to see the movie.
But I didn't have a chance. I was
Oh, you ruined it. You fucking ruined it.
I was doing press.
I'm not going now.
You ruined it.
That's great.
Well, if you weren't,
Tickets ruined.
but if you weren't at the pool with your bullets,
Yeah, see?
see,
Yeah, I could have gone.
You
We'll
could've
talk
gone.
about that
fault.
shit the next time.
My
'cause
fault.
I
are you
want-
guys on air all this week?
No.
No,
Just today,
tomorrow,
tomorrow.
and then off.
And no
Wednesday,
one else is
Thursday,
working
Friday.
around here this week.
Yeah, this is ghost town. over
It's a
here
ghost
now.
town.
We should have.
What are you
taken
doing for the
week
4th, Dennis Leary?
I'm actually going to be at home with my family, which is great. I have 4 days off, and then I got to go back on the road for press. But yeah, 4 days of nothing. Just
What do you
pool,
Say,
Thinking about the
bull-
bullets.
Bullets.
Thinking about the
Go to
bullets.
range.
And I make fun of you. I make fun of you, but I totally love that. Like, let's
Shooting
fire
is
it
great.
into this and see if it goes through that and into
And
that.
into that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
I like to blow shit up.
Oh, I was going to ask you. Do your own fireworks?
I
Old
like
school.
I like to blow shit up. Well, whenever I can. I mean, and if my kids are grown up now, so if my kids want to blow shit up, I'm totally down with it.
Yeah.
I'm a bad dad that way. I'm like, so you want to blow up that? Yeah, let's blow it up. Let's see what happens.
Kids
Remember the
doing
old
well?
days though, that the menus of fireworks, like the guy
I
used to give
know,
around.
I know.
You
Yeah,
you knew the
yeah.
guy at the deli or something. He's like, yeah, whatever you need.
You know,
Yeah.
when we were kids,
And-
man,
yeah.
like, forget about shortage or do we have any? There were always a million fireworks.
Yep.
Forget the 4th of July. They were just M80s were everywhere.
All the time.
Cherry
You get
bombs. We always had.
M80s.
Ash cans.
John
Ash
Scurry
cans.
blew up his
Right.
grandmother's toilet with a cherry bomb one time. I mean, who didn't do that?
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
was
we
always
didn't
the
even
toilet
try
was
to
always
get
the
them.
victim in those things.
Yeah.
It's
awesome.
More toilets were blown up
Now
in the
you just don't
70s.
We took
where
out
to
mailboxes in our day.
I love cherry
Of
bombs.
the asshole in school, we would have to take out his mailbox for whatever reason.
You
I
can
never
tell
liked
things-
it.
You can tell things are different because, like now, right now, we should be hearing.
I know.
Yeah.
We
When I
should be
was
blowing
growing up,
shit up in here right now.
We should be blowing
It's
shit
like a
up.
war zone,
For,
yeah.
for weeks
You know-
before and weeks after the 4th of July. You were hearing like fucking, it sounded like a war zone.
And Dennis jokes. He goes, "We should be blowing up shit in here." We used to, Dennis.
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
We used to do bottle rockets down the hall.
What happened?
Management.
lawyers.
Lawyers.
Fire.
They don't want to hear it.
You want to hear one of our greatest stunts ever?
Yeah.
I loved that one.
We fired a bottle rocket out of a girl's pussy.
A girl's vagina as a rocket
We are the
launcher.
guys.
We've made a heat shield so it wouldn't burn her.
We spent all day figuring out so no one would get
And what
hurt.
happened?
It fired
it
right
went-
out of it, went down the hallway.
And hit.
She spread
And
eagle. We
hit
put
who?
the stick down there and
Who did it hit from the Yankees? We had a Yankee cutout.
Oh,
Of,
yeah.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a real guy.
yeah.
That would have been awesome.
but that was our
awesome,
target.
Yeah.
I forgot who it was at the
Billy
time.
Martin.
Billy Martin. There you go.
Billy Martin. So you guys killed Billy Martin.
the
We used to
vagina.
do-
She had good
With him
aim,
in
I
the
guess.
eye,
Yeah, very good
and he
aim.
couldn't drive that night.
We used to
see
do a
what
lot of things with vaginas, man.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
tried to get a cell phone to ring inside
That's
a girl
over.
once.
Did that
We,
work?
To see if you
I
get a
don't
signal.
remember. I don't think so. No.
Sounds like
Didn't work.
Mythbusters.
But it was old school cell phones. We
That's
gotta try
true.
it again.
Yeah, it was the one that Michael Douglas had in fucking Wall Street.
Walking down the beach.
Yeah, she was a big girl.
we had a girl smoke a cigarette from her vagina. I'm
She
doing
blew
this.
smoke rings.
And we also,
great.
the best one ever, she used to do bachelor parties. She would throw eggs from her vagina.
Okay, I've seen that one.
It's pretty good.
It's
How do you
hip
like
thing.
your eggs?
Yeah, and she was.
It's a
we had
hip thing.
guy-
It's pretty amazing.
We had a blind guy
It's an
with
amazing
bunny
move.
ears on in a basket, catching him in the basket.
He was
For
blind.
some reason.
I hate when a pussy
Blind
does anything like that. I hate when a pussy does tricks. It drives me fucking bonkers. I hate it.
Now we
Yeah.
just talk, Dennis. Now we just talk.
Yeah, Jimmy likes being the trick.
I certainly do. It's nothing better.
Jimmy likes being the trick.
I really do.
What are the kids up to? They're
My
good?
kids aren't even kids anymore. My son's 22, my daughter's 20.
Wow.
My son just graduated from college, and that's daunting. But
Holy
Is there any aspirations to comedy, either one of them, or acting?
they're both. My son studied to be a film director, and so did my daughter. She's still in school. So I'm glad because they're behind the camera, they're not in front of the camera. And by the way, I got 2 great kids, and I don't know how that happened, but I got 2 great kids who are incredibly sarcastic. I know how that happened, and good kids and fun. So
Good for you.
yeah, that's the best thing, man. It's just like and I'm young enough. Like we hang out together, go to the same movies, have the same, relatively same taste in music. So, and they endlessly break my balls. They're just not impressed by me at all, and they just make fun of me.
That's their
all the time.
job.
I know.
That's kind of what you want, though. You don't want kids
Yeah.
who are in awe of you.
I know.
Yeah,
Because I can hire
my
them.
kids are my
Hire
fans.
that shit.
And I will. I'll get some kids and make
I
them.
told your son
Yeah,
that.
make them
He's
love
huge.
me.
6'6".
6'6". I was
Wow.
amazed. He used to come around with you in the early
I
days when he
could've
was
made-
still young, and I'm like, he's already over 6 foot
Yeah.
tall.
You know how much money I could make if I signed him to a Celtics contract as the Scalabrini guy on the bench who doesn't, the white guy doesn't play, just comes out for like 4 seconds at the end and fouls somebody. That's like a $6 million contract right now.
Yeah.
And he-
6'6". Wow.
I know.
Dennis is a big basketball fan. I got to tell you, we met Kareem Abdul-Jabbar finally. He came in here.
We interviewed
Get out of here! Really?
It
For
was
what?
we were
His
sad.
book
right,
on
yeah.
it was a Black History Month book about black heroes and things like this. Like a kid's book.
Oh yeah.
And he had a publicist that was a real...
A nightmare. His publisher.
What? Didn't
Yelling.
like talking about basketball.
We were talking about...
How do you not talk about basketball?
Thank you.
Exactly.
She wanted us to focus on the book, which you know how this works.
Yeah.
If you have a good interview, people are going to see your project, and we're
Right,
going to get
yeah.
to the book.
Yeah.
After the interview, because we talked way too much about basketball, we're looking out this window. She's yelling at him.
She's
I'm
like,
"You're
oh,
Yelling at Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
killing us. Yell at Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Nobody yelled at Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And he looked at us like, "Help me!" And we're like, and we're trying to figure out what that relationship's about.
I think he's her only client or something.
It was sad, man.
But how was he?
He was cool.
He was very cool. I met him once before when he was here. He's a very skittish guy. Like he doesn't like
Really?
signing things or taking pictures. But he recognized me for an episode of Bored to Death I did.
Get out of here! Really?
Yeah, I was like, I heard like people are like he's difficult. He doesn't like doing photos. But I'm like, I got to come in for Kareem. He's one of my heroes. So he walks out. And someone introduces us, and he looks, and I'm like, he knows me from somewhere. And he goes, that show, you were on that show. I'm like, oh, watch out. I would have lied. Even if I wasn't on the show, I would have said yes.
Yes.
Mississippi Burning, yes, that was me. So we took the photo, and he didn't want to sign the ball. He's like, well, if you leave it with my assistant, and the booker was so annoyed at the way his people were acting, he's like, no, you got a second, Kareem, you can do it. The booker actually got the ball, so Kareem signed my ball.
It was
wow. Yeah, we had Shaq in, too. He was great.
Shaq was all right.
Shaq's great.
And then we had
Kareem's unbelievable.
Dr. J.
We had Dr. J, who doesn't really acknowledge basketball in his own home. He married a girl, from where was she again?
Philippines or something.
That doesn't even
Thailand.
understand basketball or anything. So he walks around his own house and no one gives a fuck that he's an NBA legend.
Do you guys remember when Larry Bird and Dr. J fought and choked each other out?
Holy
No.
shit! Yes, I do.
We were just talking about the other day when they finally
Yes.
went at it. The Sixers were playing the Celtics, and it got heated. I think it was Game 6 of that series back in '84 or '82. I want to say. I think it was '84, and they literally came to blows.
Wow.
And they ended up grabbing each other. Each guy had the other guy by the neck and was choking the guy out. And it took him a while. I remember McHale came in, and it took him 2 hits with his elbows to knock the arms away from each guy, and then. By the end, they were both saying, like, we shouldn't have done that, but they literally went after each other.
Choking each
And
other.
I love Dr. J, man.
Old school.
Dr. J was
the shit.
Michael Jordan, and when LeBron got the MVP trophy during the NBA broadcast of that final game, I was rip shit when Bill Russell okay, whose number LeBron is wearing, who not only is nobody is ever going to beat his record, 11 championships in 13 years, 2 of them as a player coach, and also an active member of the civil rights movement in the 60s, hands him the trophy, and what's his name? Stuart Scott doesn't even allow Bill Russell to talk. Stuart Scott's too busy doing his cool as the other side of the pillow bullshit.
Right.
And Bill Russell hands a trophy to LeBron, and that's the end of Bill Russell. I was like, you got to be kidding me, man.
Wow.
He's a
That's
fucking-
Bill Russell. 11 championships, 13 years.
That's
one of the greatest.
Nobody will ever
That'll
break that
never
Yeah,
record.
it's those 2 years though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were shitty years.
I mean, what the fuck happened, Bill?
Those 2 years, yeah.
Yeah, what were you doing?
Lots of concentration.
Fail.
How about this? It looks like Dr. J doesn't have a lot of money either, we learned.
Doesn't look like it.
What do you do with his money?
I don't know, but
Some of these guys have bad investments or bad business managers.
his shirt looked a little off. I'm like,
But you know what? Did
little
Dr.
off,
J
like,
come? Was he a member? Did he have those big contracts?
not really.
Not
Or was he
really.
Maybe
kind of
the last
after
couple,
them?
maybe.
They were after him,
His
right?
last probably 2 years, right?
The Sixers, maybe?
Was
When
big.
Larry was choking him, he was probably just making his big money because he was the ABA until they merged,
yeah.
and then he was great. But it was really right when he retired is when Magic and Bird and Jordan started to hit those, those sneakers.
the big numbers. Boy, there's some of the old sports stars just got to think, fuck,
I
man.
know.
Dude, it's gotta
I
drive
just
them
missed
crazy.
The lifelong payday.
I know.
Oh.
You know, you look at guys like Yaz and Mickey Mantle when they were getting $100,000 a year and they were the highest paid guys.
Yeah.
You look back on it. I mean, part of them has to look back and go like, that should have been 100 million.
Millions, yeah,
Should have
yeah.
been 100 million.
Yeah, and
You know?
meanwhile, they're traveling around on shitty buses and
And
yeah,
in Mickey
crappy
Mantle's case,
hotels
like, you know, like that was Mickey Mantle playing in New York. And again, what did they win? 8
Yeah,
World
yeah.
Series? And
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, he would have been making he would have been through the stratosphere in terms of money. It would have all gone, you know, up in
Oh, right.
booze. But
Probably would have been dead a lot earlier.
Yeah, Mickey Mantle's place is closing. Actually, the restaurant.
I know,
That's
it
right.
sucks.
Shutting down. I never went there.
sucks.
Well, the
I
worst
was there
sports,
once.
They're like,
the
yeah,
worst
I went
sports
once.
story is Ted Williams, though, where he was signing autographs right to his last breath.
Yeah. But
Holy
at least he's
fuck.
frozen.
Yeah,
Or his head is
He's
anyway.
coming back.
We got
There's
the
a
clip.
happy ending there because
We
we're
got
going
the
to
clip.
unfreeze him, and he's going to come back and hit 400 again, and fly a Phantom jet
Right,
and bomb Iraq.
Flying in the war.
Ted Williams has flown into Iraq and bombed the country. He's coming back.
It's amazing those guys took off their fucking prime years. I think DiMaggio lost years too, right?
Yeah, they all did.
They lost 3-4 years. These guys in the
That's
war.
some dedication.
Listen,
Jesus.
What about Muhammad Ali
I know.
Yeah,
But,
three
you know,
prime years.
in his
And Elvis.
prime?
Elvis.
What about the Elvis?
Elvis lost how many years to those bacon and
20, 25?
25 years in that
Easy?
house?
Maybe 30 years
Yeah.
he lost?
More. Poor Dr. Nicopolis.
Yeah.
He just wanted to tell people he hung out with Elvis. You don't get it for me, I'll buy the goddamn drugstore. right, Elvis. He didn't want to get Elvis all those pills. Any more than fucking Conrad Murray wanted to drip propofol into his fucking meal ticket.
Exactly. Right? What, would you not have given Elvis all the pills? I would have given him the pills in a bacon and peanut butter fried sandwich.
Well,
There
that's
you
what
go.
Elvis said to him. He said, if you don't give it to me, I'll buy the goddamn
right.
drugstore.
That's
And
right.
He would have.
Yeah.
That's a tough call for a doctor, man.
Not really.
You know better.
Not for me. Dr. Dennis Leary? Okay, Elvis, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
I'll buy it for you. Hang on. Why should you drive all the way down to the drugstore and buy it? I'll buy it for you. I'll be right back.
Dr. Nick was the face of evil after Elvis died. Like, Dr. Nick, man,
Yeah.
you couldn't stop. Every time there was a special on Elvis.
Yeah, but it's like the
Elvis.
Whitney Houston thing, man. It's like put your finger pointed at Bobby Brown.
Yeah,
a junkie's a junkie, man, and that's it. Elvis was a junkie, and by the way, if you want to hang around with him and you're Dr. Nick, go get the drugs. I want to hang out with Elvis, right? That's what it's about. Propofol, what do you need? You want propofol? I'll get it for you.
You think doctors would be a little more ethical than just
They're not real
to
doctors.
do this, to hang out with?
They're doctors like I'm a doctor.
Oh, is that it?
I'm a celebrity doctor, Dr. Dennis Leary. I got a celebrity degree. Dr. Nick, same thing. Come on.
Dennis
Dr. Listen, when Michael Jackson went, I need a doctor who can almost make me die every night instead of sleeping and go on tour with me. How many doctors are like, oh, yeah, I'm ready?
Yeah.
It's kind of the semi-doctors.
He was a bad sleeper. Nothing would work for him. I almost felt bad for him when I heard, like, because I'm an insomniac, and he would have rehearsal and just be laying there till 10 in the morning going, I can't fucking sleep. And they would have
What do you do?
me. I'm just a
he's a shitty
tortured,
sleeper.
terrible sleeper, man.
But what do you take?
Nothing. I can't take any narcotics. I'm an addict, so I take. I'll take nothing. I mean, occasionally.
What about NyQuil?
No, it's got alcohol. I'm an alcoholic. I can't do that.
Oh.
Meditate.
Yeah, maybe I should find some peace. When I jerk off, I notice when I have the computer, it makes me more awake. That
Really?
does something. Yeah, man, that does something to
Usually you
you.
get rid
But
of
that's the oldest theory in the book.
Yeah,
That's not
you
true.
rub one
Knocks
out.
you out,
It's
yeah.
not true?
you knock
No,
one out.
Not for me.
I
want to
good.
I want to fucking paint the living room after I blow a load. It's horrendous.
Really?
Yeah,
Even though one wall's
Hey,
already
by the way, what color is the living room right now?
White
peach.
Someone's
peach.
stucco.
Tomorrow is puce.
That's what women do. Women get the energy.
I know. I know.
All right. Well,
All right. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're doing
It's
great.
up to you, Dennis.
Are we going to play the song?
We played it. We can play it again, though.
Let's
at the end
play
of
it
your
again.
appearance.
Yeah.
What do you know about Larry Bird?
What I know about him?
Yeah, man.
I
Is he
don't
a
know
heavy
nothing.
drinker?
Retired.
It's not on
I
the
don't know
record.
anything
You don't know
about
anything?
him. I've never met him. I love him.
I've heard rumors about him.
But
I'm just
Would
curious.
you want to
'cause
meet him?
Oh, yeah. I'd love to meet Larry Bird.
He looks miserable.
Yeah, well, he's running the
has,
Pacers. How would you be?
Well, during the playoffs, he just sat there. He looked miserable.
Yeah.
And how is Magic Johnson so much healthier looking than Larry
I don't
Bird?
know.
That's fucked up.
I don't know.
That's fucked up.
I don't know. I
Right?
just
It's
I don't have an
magic.
answer for that.
Yeah, that's
It's
just
magic.
been magic. It's been one of the great mysteries of
That's
life
fucked
for the
up.
past 20 years.
Do you think
Jesus.
younger players are nice to like Magic and Bird when they meet them?
They better be.
They better be,
Yeah.
man. Because I tell you what, that's where you like in my if you think about it the way we were just talking about it, you better be nice to Jordan, Bird, and Magic, and I hope those guys are really fucking nice to Bill Russell and that
yeah,
generation of people.
I doubt they are, though.
I hope so.
Oh, I'm sure they are. They probably have a respect for that.
Maybe polite, but I don't know. Who's your top 5 basketball?
Top 5 basketball. You're not going to like the list.
That's why I want to ask.
All right, it's totally biased.
It's a lot of Celtics.
Prejudice. It's my top 5. Bill Russell. I got to put Dr. J in there,
You got to put Larry Bird.
and then Larry Bird.
Jordan, you have to put in there.
Oh, boy.
No.
Your top 5 list is like everyone else's.
KG, Rondo. I'm just total Celtic bias after Dr. J. I can't help it. I can't help it.
No,
but
Jordan.
Bill Russell, I think,
Rondo's amazing.
Bill Russell all time has to be, and I'm not just because I'm a Celtics fan. 11 and 13 years, to beat it. Just go ahead and beat it. You know, he doesn't get enough respect
so.
in my book. You know,
No, he doesn't. You don't
know?
hear you because I think didn't Chamberlain play at that time?
Chamberlain played at the same time, and you know, Bill. If you read any of the Bill Russell books, he never really admits this, but other people write about it. He was friends with Wilt, and before they played, even during the regular season, when they were playing wherever Wilt was playing or in Boston, he would have dinner with Wilt, and he was nice and just loved Wilt and because he knew Wilt was a little bit afraid of playing all out because he was afraid he'd hurt people. But against the Celtics, he might play all out, except Bill was so nice to him, and he liked Bill so much, he took a little bit off his game.
Oh, really?
So Bill Russell said years later, I got to admit, part of it was I knew he would play less hard if he thought I was his close friend.
Wow.
They were
So
all scared.
psychologically, I go like, Bill Russell was the greatest.
That's huge, yeah.
I mean, that is sick.
That is.
They were all scared of Wilt, huh?
Yeah. Wilt was strong, man. This big guy,
yeah.
you know?
He was like
Well,
Shaq.
But think
What a
about
great
that.
strategy.
We're friends. We're friends. We're going to play street hockey tomorrow in a tournament, right? I go, I'm going to take you out to dinner and have a great time. Laugh, and in the morning even go, hey, man, how you feeling and everything. So we get out there. You're not going to hit me as hard from
Slam
behind
you,
as you
yeah.
would because I'm your friend.
That's smart.
That's what he was doing.
That's so cool.
I know.
How
That's
tall
sick.
is Bill Russell? Is he 6'6", 6'9"?
He's pretty big, man. He was one of the first big men. I think he's 6'10".
Is he?
Yeah. And he was
Which was tall
He
for
was a
his time.
defensive dominant guy, which he also doesn't get enough credit for. He sacrificed points because he had Kuzi to begin with to pass to, and he just went for rebounds and played strong defense, which is another reason he beat Wilt. Is because his theory was let Wilt score 50 points in the first half because his team will then keep passing it to him in the second half, and during the second half, I shut Wilt down, and he never thinks to pass the ball away because his teammates aren't ready for a pass because they're like, "You got another 50, right?" So I mean, it's just psychologically the way Bill Russell beat those guys is just fantastic, you know.
Who else did Wilt have on his team?
Nobody really.
Really, I mean, it's like that famous.
In the early age,
Adam Sandler does that famous
early
impression
days, he
of
had nobody.
all Wilt Chamberlain's teammates during the 100-point game. During a timeout, hey Wilt, I'm open. Wilt, I'm open. I'm open too. You know, come on, man.
That
100
record will
points.
never be broke. No.
No.
Just
How's there
because
no
they sit the
footage of
players now too.
Well,
They
you
sit
gotta
them
be
down
selfish
if it's
to
a
do it.
blowout, right?
You know.
And
I
there's
get
nobody-
frustrated when they sit a guy that's having one of those crazy nights, but the
Yeah,
scores out
pass
of
the
hand.
ball, man.
But is there anybody as dominant as Wilt was? I mean, like even LeBron is great or
No,
Kobe.
not
There's
even
no
close.
one.
Never will be.
Not even close.
because him and Russell were the first. They weren't the first tall men, but they were the first truly, dominant tall men that that changed the game. And at that point, like your average guy was in the NBA was like 6'2", 6'1", So they were they'll never dominate that way again. You'd have to have a guy that came in that was 8'5" and could play.
Is that the best photo ever? I'm showing my Kareem picture. It's the picture of me and Kareem.
Midget.
How fucking
That's awesome.
You realize what a big man he is when
How old is Kareem now?
he's got to be
60.
Wow.
I'm
I'm 43. He's probably 65.
Early
66.
60s.
Had one of
It's
the
like a ventriloquist.
had
act.
one of the that would be a great act. You and Kareem, a ventriloquist act.
Actually, Kareem and Kevin Hart would be better.
Oh shit!
It would be.
Kareem just
That'd be
turned
funny.
65, I guess. Yeah.
Did he really? Wow.
In April.
He still looks great. Like there's a little gray in the mustache, and he was going bald in the '87 when he played.
Yeah.
But he looks really healthy, man. Like I guess as an athlete, he's stayed healthy as a martial artist or whatever. But he fucking looks great.
Yeah.
Jesus, can you imagine getting kicked in the face by him from a block away? There's
leverage.
Kareem all the way.
The leverage you could get on that leg.
He was all clumsy in Game of Death. Like
Yeah.
He's still a good. I'm sure
He was great in Airplane.
I love it.
Oh my God.
Love that
Classic.
movie to this day.
A classic role right there.
Absolutely.
I love when he yells at the kid.
Yeah.
It's like you drag.
Yeah, you tried dragging Walton and Lanier down the court. Tell your old man,
Bob Lanier. Oh, God. We should get you guys out of here. You're doing more press there, Dennis.
We are going to do Jim Brewer's show after this. I haven't seen Jim since the last time he was at CCH. So it's gonna be
Is
fun
he
to
in
see
there
him.
or is he doing ISDN?
I have no idea. I don't even know what ISDN means.
Brewer's here and he didn't stop in to say
Some
hi.
wire.
Get out of here.
Well, fuck, he better
We're
come in
cross-promoting Brewer on your show?
here. Yeah, we are.
Wow.
We go way back
That
with
is
Jim Brewer.
technology.
I like Jim Brewer.
Are you going to travel the world doing press for this movie, Spider-Man?
Yes, I have been already. We're a month in, and now I've got another 10 days left after this weekend. So, and I got to promote Ice Age too. So
Ice Age 4 next
they don't
week.
pay you to do the movie; they pay you to promote the movie.
Gotcha.
And
So-
Kiss My Ass.
And don't
Kiss
forget,
My
Kiss
Ass.
My Ass. iTunes as of today.
Brewer, what the fuck? You don't say hi.
And
Hey!
Jim Brewer.
What's up, Dennis?
Pal? How are you? What's going on?
You don't say hi anymore.
I was gonna come in. I gotta step on his shit.
No.
Oh, let me come in. I know he's promoting a big blockbuster movie, but let me come in and talk about my gig, Terrytown.
Yeah.
Next Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, what the fuck am I gonna
How
do?
about you do your interview now?
Hey, listen, I know he's got the big Spider-Man thing, Ice Age, $50 billion. Listen, Terrytown, next week, filming my new special. There's still 500 seats left. You can, if you order today, you may get a discount.
Now listen, Jim. What time and what day really is the Terrytown gig?
It is July 14th where I film my new special. Or you can go see Spider-Man and Ice Age.
The beautiful thing of that is you knew he was really sneaking a plug in. That's the beauty of the comic.
I know, it's
And
nice.
download the new song.
Jim Brewer in Terrytown, July 14th. What time is that? What time is that show?
I believe it's an 8 p.m. show,
8 p.m.
Dennis.
show.
It's
And
a
who el-
1 hour show.
Who else is on the show with you?
It's my new 1 hour special.
Oh wow, what's it
Just
called?
you.
It's called Midlife Madness.
Really?
Yes.
Are you doing the stuff
How
I saw
old are
you
you
doing?
now?
45.
Fuck,
You're
man,
you're
we are
about a
fucking
decade
old.
ahead of me.
Jesus Christ.
We're all old.
You used to be the really young guy.
He was the
I
kid.
know, it's
or
the
one of the
baby.
really young guys, and now you're 45.
true.
How many
Brewer
kids
was
you
a
got?
kid.
3 girls.
3 girls.
The
Fuck.
oldest is 13. I got a little kid hanging around the house
Oh,
now.
man.
Like,
I can't
but think
believe
he's
how old
gay,
we
but
are.
I'm not sure. I do, but I can't say that because I don't know if my neighbors listen.
Yeah, you can't do that. Can't
I
say
think
that.
the kid, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
the kid
something
is
going on?
He just
the kid
doesn't know
helps
yet.
my wife decorate.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
pretty
a that's
confident.
a good problem to have.
He's like, Mr. Brewer, your new shades match your walls. What 12-year-old child
Knows
says
that shit.
None.
One that wants
None.
to fucking
Right, and this is
keep
what he
coming to
said
the
yesterday. He
house
said,
without the father thinking anything.
because I want to know I'm not over welcoming my stay. Am I still okay if I could use your pool? Like, yeah, you can do. You know, he wears a collar shirt.
Yeah.
I think I'm all right.
No, you're
I'm
good.
all right.
You're
I
good.
think you're good, man.
You're good.
I feel confident.
Yeah, no, you're all right. She's 13 and she looks like what? 18?
She looks like she's 18.
Yeah.
Well, that he is really. Maybe he's really smart, and maybe he's throwing the
Yeah.
fucking psych game
That's
at
what
you.
I think.
Good one.
Hey,
That's
he's
what I
pulling a
think
Bill
too.
Russell,
Smart, man.
He's pulling a Bull Russell.
He may be doing that. That could be.
Imagine that.
He's like, hey, listen, I'm going to make your dad think I'm gay.
Yeah.
So he has no idea how deep we're going in this relationship.
Yeah,
man.
Because even that, like, he'll when he talks to her, he stands really close, and he frails with his wrist, but he'll touch her arm and stuff. But she doesn't give an ounce. She doesn't give an ounce. She doesn't give.
Have you spoken to her about how far the relationship's
Yeah,
gone?
she shuts it down instantly. She's like, no,
Yeah.
no. Where she has
No.
clearly showed who she's liked. See, but she's a smart cat too. I don't know if she's playing with my emotions either.
Look at you. You got to fucking try to figure all this
Dude, I'm
shit
gonna
out.
start
Makes you
dressing like a
paranoid.
transvestite
Let me
just
tell
to
you
keep
something.
boys away for the next 8 years.
I'd hang out with you more.
That's the only thing that'll keep chicks away. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you may even be able to buy me.
Man, the fucking mind games that are going on. You got to figure out if they're bullshitting you about their sexuality.
I know how to
Wow.
change it. I'll bring them to
fucking
the
do
movie
that?
Spider-Man. Let them
Yes.
sit in the back. And then
what
I'll see
happens.
what's going on. That's what the kids do now, too. They sit in the back of the movie. They want to get dropped off the movie theater.
Oh, shit.
That's what goes on in my town. I got a lockdown in my town.
Dropped
I hear
off at the movie
all
theater,
what's
they
going
sit in the
on.
back.
Then they pretend they're seeing the movie. They wait till you turn the corner, and they go suck face and this and that.
This and that.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's a
I
nightmare.
love that he's saying this like this is a brand new thing.
Yeah.
To me, it is.
This is what we used to
That
do.
is
I
true.
remember fingering a
Yeah.
girl during Friday the 13th, the original movie.
During the Defiant one, some guy got blown.
That is defiant.
It really is.
Oh, my God.
I wasn't in that world for years, though. I was
Yeah.
playing stickball until I was 15, 16.
Yeah.
Playing hockey.
No chicks, though? Come on.
I would show off with the chicks, but I wasn't.
Yeah, you weren't.
It wasn't happening,
trying.
right?
No.
That was all
Wait,
that there
14-year-olds.
was. That was all we wanted, though. As, like my
Yes.
crowd of guys I hung out with, it was just
That's all any of
let's
us
go find
wanted.
shit.
We just didn't
And
get
of course, you knew every girl wanted a fucking '69 Nova
Right.
full of degenerates.
Right.
That's, you got any friends?
Right.
It's the last thing
that
they wanted.
69 no, but now you know how much that car's worth now? It's fucking crazy.
Not after I was done with
Jesus
it.
Christ. The Plymouth Duster. Remember those?
Duster. That was a great one.
My brother had a Duster.
Let's go out in the Duster tonight. Fucking A.
Duster.
I had a Nova, Chevy Nova, 73 Nova.
Hit the gas,
That's
faggot.
3 weeks.
Nova. What are you doing?
Yeah, hit the one, get big fucking tires in the back, faggot.
Get the J.C. Whitney catalog and fucking get some good shit for it.
Yeah, that thing loaded down in the back of, where was it? Green Acres Mall. It was the only white guy.
Green
who ran
Acres
for my
Mall. Where the
life.
hell is that?
Long Island.
Valley Stream,
Oh,
Long Island.
Jesus. Valley Stream.
South Shore trash.
Chris, to
I love
think
it.
of
South Shore, white trash.
South
We
Shore's
ruled
trash.
the Long
The
Island.
fucking expressway is like the Mason-Dixon line of fucking Long Island,
really
man.
was. You stay over there, I'll stay over here.
Stay over here.
What
The
would Carl
North Shore.
think?
What?
What would Carl think?
Oh, Carl. Wow, I can't believe you brought Carl up.
My favorite. My favorite person, living or imagined.
I knew
Who's
he would
Carl?
be.
I don't remember Carl.
You guys just, he knows why he's coming down the street. Hey, listen, the jungle's back the other way there, LeBron.
You're out of your neighborhood.
There's no fruits in these trees, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, it was one of those neighborhoods. It was one of those. Meanwhile, that was my dad. Breaking the lawn. Hey, the jungle's back that way, LeBron. There's no one in the mug here. We're all watching each other. Head back to the...
Hey, did you ever do more of the
He's 90.
documentary?
What?
You ever do more of that documentary?
No, but I think I'm gonna.
You should, dude.
You should.
Well, I've been
man.
thinking about it, and I think I may do it in the fall.
I almost called you once from a lobby. I was just thinking to you, like, fucking, would you keep filming? You got more there.
No, you're right. I'm gonna film in the fall.
What's the documentary?
Him and his
You would
old
like
man.
it.
What is it?
It's. I took my dad on tour. He was 84, 85 at the time. Brought him on there. He's a World War II vet. Never talks about shit.
Right, of course.
Just talks about chick. Like he'll, if you ask him, "Hey, what was the war like?" He go, "Australia was fantastic. Had us on leave for 2 weeks." And that's all.
Right.
All he'll go. So it really was about I know he's not going to be living much longer.
Right.
He's starting to get senile.
Great idea.
I brought him on the road. It was touching. It was sad. It was a little disturbing at times.
It's really good.
And it is
really good.
I
movie.
fucking love it.
From what I saw,
that's
right up my
But the
alley,
conclusion should be there's more information now. I think he should film more with his dad now. And,
Yes.
He's getting worse.
see if he can talk about the war. Maybe you can get him to talk about it.
You know what? They won't.
They won't.
They won't.
I tried. You see in the documentary, I asked
But
him
that's
a million
okay.
times.
I mean, that would be interesting to watch you try to make him talk about
Well,
it.
then I not that you'd watch it.
I would watch it.
I probe him literally every fit. We go to dinner, and I'll go. So what was the worst place? And he'll go. What the fuck you want to know?
Yeah.
And I say, which island was the worst? He goes, they were all worse. Hey, look at that hot ass.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he doesn't want
Just
to talk about it.
deflects, yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
deflects.
But you know what? Shit, I have Alzheimer's now, like dementia. I was going to ask you something when does he mind the cameras when you're shooting him?
No, he's a ham and
Oh,
he's a
okay.
scene stealer.
Oh, okay.
Like we're in what's great is because he's older, so we're in a diner, and the chick comes up, and I had to edit a lot. I mean, he drops C words. He's really.
Are you ever
You gotta keep those in.
I had to edit.
That's great. Go on.
Were you ever embarrassed?
Oh my God! Yeah, like the one place we were at. We're in the diner, and she comes up and he's going, he's a fag, right? And then she'd walk away. She's like, she's a cunt. She didn't get it. And then I go, oh,
Didn't
God.
get it.
And then
Like there's something to get just by pointing at someone saying he's a fag.
he's a fag. You know that, right?
I get it. He must be a fag. I get it.
She didn't get it. The best thing about him, I used to introduce him to stars, like whenever to start, and by far the best ever. Now this is years ago. It's Paul Abdul. Just this will explain my dad. I go to the bathroom. We're finishing the SNL party. I go to the bathroom, and the party's 5,000 people there, and you're kissing hand. Hey, you fun great. Hey, you're great. Let's do things together. I come back.
Let's do things together.
Did they say that at the parties?
Oh my God!
Every single one.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, we'll keep in touch.
Yeah.
I'm still looking for a job.
Yeah.
I come back, and Paul Abdul is with him, laughing. He's naughty. I said, what's good? Yeah, now I already know. Some of the things he's been laying down.
Transpired.
He goes like this, which to me is still the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. He goes, Paul, you like playing puppy? She goes, and hook line say, what's puppy? That's when I sniff your ass and you just growl. Oh my God. That's like in his 8. Oh yeah, he's fucking, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And she's like, yeah.
Okay. Now,
I'm gonna take him home.
Now you think about your dad. Now you think about your dad and what he was like on the 2 weeks leave in Australia that he talks about being the greatest 2 weeks of his life. How insane was that trip?
After he took a week-long shower to take the Japanese blood off his body.
Right. Just
that you know he saw.
They just strung Mussolini up and killed him, and then went to Australia to drink and get laid for 2 weeks. What were they saying that?
Oh,
holy shit!
I can only imagine what they
And they were conquering heroes.
That's right. They were huge heroes. And those guys wear those hats. I always go up to any vet with a hat because they want you to go, hey, man, nice.
All right,
nice fucking
wearing the hat.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
I think last time I was here, when I was giving a hat, I went up to him in ShopRite. I said, World War II vet, thank you very much. And he goes, 3 years, 8 months, 22 days, 1942 to blah, blah, blah. We bought. He just.
Oh, he rattles it off.
He just rattled the whole thing off.
Wow.
And because they want it, because they know it's over.
Jap bodies up to my knees as we storm that beach. I had a flamethrower.
Germans coming at me from the sky.
Burning them
Japanese
alive.
coming at me from the ground.
We'd set them on fire so we wouldn't waste bullets.
Right, Jesus.
Shit that we will never, ever do in our
Can't
lives.
comprehend it.
Shit, Durning was on Rescue Me, and he was
Durning was
landed at Normandy, and he was in the Battle of the Bulge.
Jesus.
He's got one half of, I think it's his right leg, is still black from the frostbite from one of the battles.
Oh.
And he's got a mark in his chest that looks like somebody took a claw hammer and dug it into his chest. Is from when he was killing a Nazi guy, and the guy's hand was clawing as he was crushing the guy's face with a rock.
Charles Durning?
Charles Durning, right?
Face to face, and he's got a
but he never talked about it. He would never talk about it, and I couldn't get him to talk about it. I'd write stuff into the scripts, and he would say it, but he would never talk about it, right? So then I went to do the Memorial Day thing one weekend, you know, when they were honor the troops on PBS with Joe Montana and Sinise in Washington, and he was getting honored that year. And when I saw him backstage, when he was waiting to be introduced, and I saw Colin Powell and the heads of all 4 military who were about, you know, to go on stage, walk up individually, he was sitting down, and shake his hand and talk to him, I went, wow.
All right,
like that, he did something. Because these guys, you know?
I got
Unbelievable.
Those guys didn't. It's weird.
We never talk about it.
They say that a lot of them wish they had therapy and stuff because it was healthier. But those guys just didn't talk about that stuff.
I asked Durning about therapy, and this is a famous showbiz story. I'd heard that he once held a William Morris agent outside the window who didn't pay him, upside down, like 15, 20 stories in the air. Right?
Suge Knight.
Right?
Yeah.
So I asked him one time, I said, is it true that story about you holding the William Morris agent upside down, like 20 stories in the air? He goes, it was 15 stories, and that was my therapy after the war. And I was like, holy shit.
Wow. Well, I started learning about my dad by the town bully. And they were the Delapines. And when you grew up, and anyone that was in jail, you're like, holy shit, the fucking Delapines are in jail. Don't fuck with the Delapines. Kids stole my bike and all that shit. There was 8 of them. 3 of them were armed robbery. They're thrown in jail for armed robbery. But they were out. So, cut to, I'm 12 years old. And this is when I realized, like, there's something fucking off with my dad. My dad he's a little guy. He's smaller than me. The main Delapine is on my front porch. He rings the bell. My dad's already passed out from the fucking beer. My mom's 3 martinis in. That was the routine. My dad's beer is fucking Sue Simmons. He's out. Sue Simmons. Goddamn monkeys. All monkeys. All monkeys. Let's guess who did that. Monkeys.
Oh my God.
Stay out the scene. Stay out the...
Oh my God.
They're out.
They're out cold.
The door rings, Delapines at the front door. I instantly have a heart attack. I'm so scared I almost start crying. And he's looking right past me. He goes, we want to talk to your father. And I went, my father's sleeping. And I look out, I swear on my children's lives, there's 3 of them on my porch. And there's 2 standing in my walkway and more outside their car, leaning against the car. And I go, my dad's sleeping. I feel a claw grab me, pull me aside, and my father walks out on the patio, and he goes, what is it? Fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, how many car? You got 3 fags. There's 7 of you for one little old man? He goes, you may get the best of me, but one of you are gonna fucking die. Which one's it gonna be? Is it gonna be you? Is it gonna be you? Which one of you little fucks are gonna die tonight? Because you're gonna watch one of you fuckers die. And my mom's like, Jesus Christ, Jim, get the goddamn house, and we're calling the cops, and his son's a cop. And the whole fucking now the oldest brother's going, you hit a chain. You hit my little brother with a chain. And he takes out of his back pocket the dog leash, which we had a poodle. A little poodle. And he's like, this is what you're worried about? He goes, again, you got 5 seconds, because I want to get it on. Who's going to die? And they were like, oh, we really apologize. You didn't fucking mean it. And they left. And that was a defining moment the rest of my life. I looked at my dad like, were you fucking crazy? Do you know they have guns? He didn't
care.
Guns?
I would have loved to have one of the Delapines die in that story.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? But
From a death blow to the neck, as your father throws a warning shot. What's this?
Blood coming out of every hole in his hand. He just hits the
What does he
fucking
give a
deck.
fuck? He was in World War II. He doesn't give a fuck about the Delapines. Fuck
And
you.
that's when I realized.
I love your dad.
I do too.
I
That's
haven't
when
even met him, and I
great.
love him. I can't wait to see this fucking documentary.
That
I'm
is
gonna give it to
great.
you.
It really
You're
is
fucking
good,
love
Dennis.
It. You're gonna
It
love
really
it,
is
man.
good.
And
A lot more people should be seeing this damn
You'll
thing.
fucking love it. It's
So-
hot, man.
How long is it?
It's an hour.
I'll make it longer.
You told me and you really made me think about it. I'm definitely gonna do it. You know what? I gotta, now I got a nurse, so you gotta clean. He wears diapers and shit. So it's, on that trip, he shit 3 times.
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
Yeah.
That's a rough thing to clean
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
It's fun to do for a film. But
Yeah.
You should film more if you can, though. I mean,
I am. I
Yeah.
just booked a whole fall tour.
Oh, you did?
I want to get a bus and just film the shit out of him. Because he's still funny. He's still,
Yeah, he fucking sounds it, man.
He's the ambulance comes over the house. He looks like he's dying, right? Everything out of his mouth is always funny. He always tries to be funny no matter what. They go, Mr. Breuer, you okay? You okay? You in pain? He goes, yeah, I'm in pain. Where's it hurt? He goes, I'm pregnant. I don't know who the father is, and I wouldn't tell you because then you'd start rumors. While he's drooling and his heads are twitching.
Can you imagine what he was like in the war?
Oh,
he literally was like that guy from Die Hard doing fucking one-liner, wise ass one-liners while he was killing people.
Non-stop.
He must have been a fucking blast to hang out with in the war.
Well, it's funny.
man.
I would say so because as I grew up, he was just a dad, and it was my college year where kids would go, "You're a Breuer," because he's a lot older. Everyone thinks he's a grandfather. Where they go, "Your father, does he drive a garbage truck?" I go, "Yeah." Like, oh my, dude, I had your father for this. He's the funniest fucking guy I ever met in my life. Like, my dad is?
Yeah.
Funniest fucking guy. And as I got older, I mean, he started fights at town halls. He was
What a hero.
He was the clown of clowns.
What a hero.
But I didn't realize as I got older. So that's another reason I made the documentary. Like, I
He never
wanted
had
to
any.
discover.
He never had any war buddies come over or anything like that.
They all worked together. They all. It was really sad. They all worked together at the sanitation place. They all got each other jobs, and two of his best friends died of a heart attack. They were all heavy fucking drinkers.
Yeah.
Can you blame him?
No, one
right.
one hung himself and one shot himself. It was
Jesus
fucking-
Christ.
My dad was the only one.
Wow.
My dad was the only one.
That's
that made it out of
hardcore,
his
man.
Group. Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
But that
there.
makes sense, doesn't it, when you think about it?
Oh,
like
man.
the
You get
horrors that they
older,
saw?
you
What
I mean,
they must
fuck.
have been through. You can't even fucking
But he
fathom.
never. And what I thought was amazing, which I brought out in the doc, is that he never put all that on me.
Right.
He was just a dad.
Right.
He was there
Right.
at the games. He was at the thing. He never was like, "Yo, you fucking." Even when I had my dangling cross earring and Judas Priest on the bag, like fucking Judas Priest dead, and the singer like, "Hey," he's like, "That's great. That's great. It's great music." Never
Kept it inside. Can you imagine what he would have
gotta
said?
love
No, can you imagine?
Oh my
No,
God.
I do.
You gotta love
the
him for
more I
that
know
shit,
him,
man.
the more
He's
I-
fucking A. What a
He's
guy.
all right. He's
What a
all
guy.
right.
Yeah,
What a
he could have been
fucking
that. I defended country for this shit.
Yeah, this is what I
To wear your
defended for.
faggot earring and fucking.
How's your
I
mom
just
doing?
love that he was out cold.
Yeah.
Just that story about the Delapines where he's out cold and after Sue Simmons. But as soon as there's a whiff of trouble for his son, he's not only is he wide awake, he's moved the son out of the way and is taking on 15 Delapines
Threatening death.
and doesn't give a fuck because at least that's a dad.
That's
like,
a dad.
Fuck
Hilarious.
you.
That's
Yeah.
a dad.
I
and
love
there was like 2 or 3 of those incidents that I'll
man.
remember forever and ever.
Fucking great, bro.
Fucking animal.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
5, he had 10 brothers and sisters, 5, just the opposite of Band of Brothers. All 5 went to the war, all 5 came back.
Wow.
One was
Wow.
shot down in Germany, one was a prisoner of war.
I know.
Wow.
They all
Crazy.
fucking came back.
You know, my Uncle Jerry came to this country and was here, and to get his citizenship had to join the army. So he went to Korea and fought. Again, came back, and he was fucked up, and it was shrapnel. He always acted like he had a great time, like it was the easiest thing in the world. But when he died, and the guys that he served with came to his funeral, this is like 2 years ago, we started hearing all this shit about, oh yeah, no, we used to be afraid of him because he was so fucking crazy. And they showed us
Oh,
pictures.
shit.
We're looking at pictures of him on the front And we're going, he fucking told us he was like back, behind
the motor pool.
Yeah,
back
never
in
said anything. It's like they fucking locked
They
it
locked it up, threw it away.
Throw it away. Whiskey.
And that's why
Whiskey.
Whiskey.
Smoke. Whiskey. 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 Smoke. Right? And meanwhile, you're going like, you're thinking everything's fine with him. Now when he dies, you go, fucking guy was crazy. Right? Thank God he didn't kill you. Right?
Thank fucking God.
When I think about how scary our dads were, about like when we fucked up, I don't know if your dad ever threw a shot at you.
Oh, man.
He never threw a shot at me.
My dad threw a shot at my older brother who challenged him once, Kiwi. Kiwi was he came home drunk after a fight. My uncle Danny was a police officer, called him, said he's fucking in a fight with a bunch of guys with shovels. My dad was like, that cocksucker. And he came home, and he walked in the front door, he was already drunk, and he went to the refrigerator, he opened it up, and he grabbed a beer, and my old man went, you crack open that beer, I'll knock you out with one fucking punch. And my brother was huge. He's bigger than my dad. And he cracked the beer, and I'll never forget it. He hit him, and it was like slow motion. He went backwards, and his head hit the linoleum. He was already out. So hard. My mother went, you killed him! And my old man, he hit him, and he walked away and lit up a cigarette like I told him I was going to fucking hit him. Right?
There it is.
This is
But when you think about what's really in their heads from World War II,
No.
crazy.
It is pretty wild. It's nuts, man.
It's amazing they could live a normal life,
That's what blows me away too. I learned a lot because I have sisters and that, and I was fucking this happened to me as a kid. Like anyone that brings up the violin story, pretty much about anything, like listen,
Fuck off.
fuck off,
Fuck you.
fuck you. These guys saw everything, and they did what you saw. They were great Americans.
Hey, listen, and that fucking cliche is true. We wouldn't fucking be here if they didn't win that fucking war. It's that simple. They took on the whole fucking world and kicked the world's ass and came home.
Right. And then kept their mouths shut.
And gave
became
us like
dads.
plasma fucking TVs and college and all the shit that we have comes from those. That's why we have this shit.
Right.
And it leads to your song, Dennis Leary.
Kiss my ass. That's right.
Brought it right back
Kiss Jim Brewer's dad's ass. All right? That's the new title of that song.
Dennis got a new song out.
Fuckers.
Funny or Die.
It's called Kiss Jim Brewer's dad's ass. Because you fucking owe him.
Now you got to go see it. Go check it out on funnyordie.com.
Hey, you got food at your show? Because I'm starving.
No, we can order shit.
There must be some shit in the building.
There's shit down.
There's pretzels and little snacks.
Pretzels.
We can get you something.
You can order
Dennis.
stuff
We'll get
downstairs. It's
Why don't we
about
break?
bread.
We got a break.
Cheese sandwiches.
No, just get like some bagels or something. You want something?
We can continue here, too. Why don't you just fucking use this on your show?
What?
You already did it, Brewer. You already did it. Take our tape, put it on your show, call it a day. We're good.
Well, I'll do that. Then mine. Then I'm off this week.
Nice.
Really? You're off the rest of the week?
Yeah, I only do Fridays now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went back on the road, start doing all that shit.
Oh, so you come in tape Monday and that's it?
No, I came in specially for you.
Oh, man.
What I got?
I don't come out.
Now I feel.
You're very
I'm
special.
usually,
By the way,
Whenever I do Brewer's show, where is he? Oh, he's in Jersey. You're on the ISDN.
A little different, huh?
Hey, Jim, this is Jim. How you doing? Where are you? Fuck you. Never mind where I am. Push your shit.
That's usually what happens. Like, who's coming in? Fuck, can't do ISDN. All right. I'll make it personal.
Got to get in the car. All right, let's get Dennis Leary out of here. All
right.
You got Spider-Man starting tomorrow.
Today or tonight at midnight.
Tonight at midnight.
Say
Ice
July
Age next
13th. You got to go see it with your kids. Kiss My Ass is on iTunes today, and Funny or Die, the video of Kiss My Ass. Please go buy it.
Wait, when's Spider-Man? This weekend?
That's tonight.
I already saw it.
So you got
I saw it
Spider-Man
already,
tonight,
yeah.
and then
Ice
Ice
Age.
Age
Yeah, he's
next week.
bragging.
You're going to be competing
bragging.
with yourself.
Crazy.
I am
bragging.
competing. I'm competing with myself.
And they're both going to be just in the running for
Monstrous.
the next 5-6 weeks.
Yep.
They're not going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere.
I hope you guys blew your wad here and have nothing to talk about on the next show.
You guys just stare at each other.
You evil motherfucker.
I will play Dennis's song to break. Dennis, always a pleasure. You know that.
Thanks,
Chris,
guys.
Thank you.
Brewer, thanks for
man.
stopping
Good
in.
to see you.
Great.
That was so
Take
loud.
Kiss My Ass from
Screamed into
Funny
that
or
microphone.
Die.